It's 3 minutes. But don't worry, I'm gonna start in a minute real quick, okay, Chattington? Okay, my little Pookie Bears? Don't you worry, though! Oh my gosh, chat. Did anyone just see that? That transition, chat? Unbelievable. Unprecedented graphics and animations, Chattington. Little bit of a mix-up there, chat, but we solved it out. You know the vibes, though. Today's a big day, man. Today's a very big day. It's a $10,000 no shotgun battle royale tournament. Now, we've seen many players use the shotguns in the past to their advantage, but we've never seen a tournament where they're all banned. That means no ground loot shotguns and no loadout shotguns. Don't forget, players, no weapon crate shotguns either. None at all. Don't try and go into a weapon crate and get a buy 15 because it's not allowed. It's not allowed, chat. No shotguns whatsoever. Some of the best players in the world are going to be trash. And some of the players that you think are average are probably going to be way better. Also, chat, there's been an interesting occurrence. So, you know the most dominant team from 2025. The players were as follows: Slayer, Lotex, Icon, and a Bullboss. They are officially no longer teammates, as a Bullboss and Icon are in a different team against them. Can't believe it. I actually can't believe it. I thought they were going to come back, and I thought they were going to team up again, and here we are. We're sat. It's the end of February, and they're not combining forces anymore. The first team's called Zenith Eternity. They're Team 4. That's Slayer and Lotex's team. And then Team 9 is a Bullboss's and Icon's team. All I'm going to say is, chat, it's going to be a battle of the old gods to see who can place on top of each other. But the real storyline here is 4K, because they've won twice this year. And I mean, if we pull up the MVP list on the main YouTube broadcast, if you're on TikTok, you can go to the YouTube channel right now and check it out. Or you can just listen to me saying it. The MVP so far this season are Guh, Layla, and Tom Pips, with Guh and Layla actually drawing first and second place with 115 MVP points. And of course, you guys can see on the screen how those points are determined and how people can acquire points based off where they play individually and as a team inside of these events. So for now, Philippines is dominating, winning the tournaments, and they're also dominating the MVP race. The reason I brought up players like Slayer, Lotex, and Bullboss, and Icon is because I feel like they're the only players from other regions that could stop them in their tracks. At least right now. There are some players from BOP, aka BOP, that could maybe catch up to these three, and also players in their team that could catch them as well based off their individual kill performances. But for right now, I feel like the Philippines has been pretty dominant at the start of the 2026 season. But we've seen this before with regions. Europe dominated for a while. Then it was like a Europe, Middle Eastern team. Latam came in. They were cooking for a bit. And now we're sitting in this Filipino era where the Philippines are, I guess, arguably the most dominant we've seen because they've essentially won 3 back-to-back, bro, you know? They are absolutely cooking. I'm going to put up the rules on your screen yet again. Look at that amazing transition. As follows, isolated is the map. There are actually 7 games instead of... Man, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Same with the intro. I had the right one, man. I clicked the link that you gave me. Either way, it's 7 games, not 5. Shotguns are banned. Teaming up's banned. 25 squads, 100 players. All regions allowed. Point system is exactly the same as we're used to. Same as the prize pool that we've had over the course of the last couple of months. And chat, I must say, it's going to be a splendid day. My scrum diddlyumptious. A lot of people over on TikTok are hyping up the Philippines. YouTube... Who do you guys want to win? Who do you guys want to win? I'm going to start up the short form stream as well. We'll get that going too on the main broadcast. But I'm curious to see, what does YouTube think about all of this? Because you guys never spam anymore. The spam is always on TikTok. And I mean, okay, so Zad said we're all winners at the end of the day. All right, buddy. All right, Slayer squad. We got some TSG. We got 4K in there. I need Team Matcha to win. He's not in the tournament. I wish he could be allowed, but he's too young, unfortunately. Zenith Eternity. A lot of people supporting Slayer and Lotex's team. But chat, I'm going to go through all the teams right now really quick. Of course, we know the fan favorites. 4K Overload. They're the biggest Battle Royale team inside of Call of Duty Mobile by far. 4 Kings Main right behind them. I would argue that they're probably the second biggest Battle Royale team at this point. And they're really close behind 4K Overload just because of their amazing performance that they've had at the start of the 2026 season. Then below that, in team number 3, we've got 4K Dark System. That's Ranzu, Negi, Fright, and Akaza. They're kind of like, they're good at the game. Like, don't get me wrong, they're really good. But I feel like they enjoy playing more than they enjoy winning. Like, they're just excited to play and have some fun, as opposed to 4K Mian, who are like here and all they want to do is win. Like, all they're thinking about is how can we win this. Of course, Dark System's also thinking that they want to win, but bro, they go about it a little bit of a different way, especially when Ranzu's on the team. I feel like it's jokes. Team number 4, that's going to be Zenith Eternity. That's Slayer, Lotex, Necro, and Fund. Necro and Fund, we've seen a lot in the past couple of months as well. Team 5, we've got TSG Rigid. These guys actually won last tournament, and they are cooking. They're firing on all cylinders at this point alongside 4K Main. They've been performing really, really well. Team 6 is 4 superstars. Is that King of Death? Is King of Death actually playing again? Ain't no way King of Death is making a return. Ain't no way, child. Where is he? There's no way his name's King of Death fans, bro. These guys are, of course, from Nigeria. Then Team 7, we've got Long Necks. That's Wagner, Kidlat, Hasbullet, and Baxar. I will say, Wagner has played really well, I would say, the last year. And I feel like if he had a really good team, he could probably win something. So I'm hoping that these guys are the team that he needs. Team 8, we've got Latam Prime. That's Magic, Chamo, Patata, and Rosskid. Rosskid has done really well recently as well. So maybe this could be the time for them to shine and actually win a tournament. Below that, we've got a Bull Boss and Ican's team, Team 9. That's Fury. Finally, they're back again. Once more, they've made the return inside of the COD Mobile Battle Royale scene. They're teaming up with Flex and Claude, known as iFlex. I just call him Flex. It's kind of like Ferg or iFerg. You just know me as Ferg. Team 10, we've got Red Horse. That's Vector, Geek Panda, Pubring, and Bax. Geek Panda is always the first person to join the room. I think that I'm the first person to join the room, when in reality, it's always him. He always seems to join before me or right after me. Team 11, we got Wahala Pro Max. That's Melo's team. He's with Stalker, Lilac, and King Nee. Oh, damn. Melo, Stalker, and King Nee in the same team. Okay, from Nigeria, of course. Team 12. It looks like for the first time ever, there is an M7 team in the finals of one of our tournaments. Now, M7's a team I only became familiar with because a guy called Mr. Thank You gave me like 300,000 diamonds one day and basically shouted them out. But these guys are are M7, and their team is Balor, Lag, King Raf, and Matador. We know Matador from last season really well. We know all these guys from last season, to be honest, really well. And of course, Balor's the Flick God himself of multiplayer, and now he's the Flick God in Battle Royale as well. So we're fairly familiar with that. Team 13, we have Long Live King. I'm so happy to see Rebar back here, man. He's teaming up with Amir, Cinna, and Godsteer. They're from the Middle East, of course. Team 14, we've got Mix and Match. That's Leap MJ, Leap Clep, Leap Void, and Leap Badburn. I don't know why it's Mix and Match if they're all in Leap. Maybe they could give me some insight into that. Team 15, we've got No Cry. I feel like the team names this time around are like throwing shade at other teams. Why are they called No Cry? No Cry, Team 15, chat. I'm gonna need them to tell Madman why they're called that, because I'm actually interested in the lore behind that, chat. And if that's a name because one of their ex-teammates are crying about them not being in the team, I want to know. Either way, we got Team 16, PH Gang. That's MC Doggy Dog, I Kamash, Onimaru, and Migs. Team 17, we've got Bardax, Holiday, Bayex, and 4X. Those guys are from Latin America. Team 18, we've got OG, which is a mixture of COD M players and Battle Royale pro players from other games. And to be honest, these guys actually perform way better than I ever expected they would inside of COD M Battle Royale, especially because they're not used to using things like class abilities. So they've been doing really good. I can't say I'm proud because, like, low-key, they're coming from another game and they're cooking. But, like, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Like, you know, I would be proud if COD Mobile players were destroying them. But since they're from another game, all I can say is that I'm impressed with their performances. Team 19, we've got old Africans, El Chapo, Father Ali, Zen, and Kali. That might be one of the best African teams we've ever seen. And El Chapo has actually stopped playing with the Europeans in order to team up with an entire Nigerian roster. Well, I guess Father Ali's Egyptian, but it's still an entire African roster. Team 20, we've got Coal Pines. That's Winter, Bazu, Lewis Gaming, and Dangerous. So it seems like Winter has been paired with some players from Latin America. Team 21, we've got Luis Flores. That's Lily Gamer, Luis Flores, Gigi Jam, and Minas, all in a team from Venezuela. Then for our last four teams, we have teams that qualified last week to make it into the finals. First up, we've got Extreme 46 X Fury Esports. That's Senior J, Bolivia, Kust, and Pavas. These guys are insane. If you watched the qualifiers last week, you'll understand how dominant they were. They were next level dominant. Team 23 is called Top 25. That's Loading, Andrew, Nagdi, and Sleuth. These guys were also really dominant, but compared to how well Extreme 46 performed last week, they're like a solid number 2 option. You know, they were nowhere close to being as good as Extreme 46. But who knows? They could cook today. The finals is what really matters. Team 24, we've got Marana. That's COD Ninja's team. We've seen them many times in the past. They always seem to scrape through the qualifiers. And then Team 25, we've got NSG. These are, the last two teams are arguably the only teams in COD Mobile Battle Royale that have United States of America players that can actually qualify into the finals. Outside of these two teams, United States of America is a dead region for Battle Royale, but these guys are the only people keeping them on the map. The only people. Team 24 and Team 25, of course, by Scrumdiddlyumptiouses. All right, chat. Oh, holy, we got a couple of watch parties, do we? Zane is watch partying. Senorita Breeze watching partying. Tiny Toon and Soy. Wait! What do you mean Soy Top? Soy Topo's watch partying? But I'm used to watching Soy Topo. Ain't no way. My goat! My goat! Oh man. It's a tough time when Soy Topo doesn't make it into the finals, chat, because he didn't qualify. But I mean, I love him either way, chat. We love Soy Topo either way. At least he's still a part of the event in some regard. You know what I'm saying? He's still watch partying, chat. But damn. I can't remember the last time we haven't seen Soy Topo in a finals match. Bro, I actually can't believe that. Bro, that might be like a 2-year stretch that he was in the finals. For sure. It might be like a 2-year stretch, chat. Honestly. All right, we're going to hand things over to Madman to start up the game. Also, fiance, I can hear my stream from your phone in the other room, buddy. All right? I know you're looking at it right now. You're thinking, maybe I should turn it down. Yeah, you damn well should turn down that stream. Because I can hear it, chat. You know what I'm saying? Who is representing my nation, North Korea? But, take Namish out of the equation. This guy's an idiot. Either way, chat, into game number 1 for No Shotgun Showdown. I have absolutely 0 predictions up until this point of who's gonna do good. But if I was gonna say or give a guess, people who don't use shotguns, who are the best non-shotgun players on the planet? Is there really anyone you can go for with that? I don't know, chat. I don't think there's anyone that I can think of right now that would be absolutely stunning without a shotgun. I will say, like, Low-Tex is a really good sniper player, right? So he doesn't really need a shotgun. Actually, I would say Slayer's team in general all have really good snipers. They're all amazing at using the DLQ Omega Maywalt mag. So I'd say they're in a good position to take the win. They haven't won yet this season. Obviously, 4K main. They're in a prime position. TSG, like, they're your fan favorites, chat, okay? We all know they're going to do really good. We all know they're going to do amazing. 4K Fright is 4K Fright watch partying? I see people saying it in the TikTok chat. And I'm zoned, bruh. Oh, you guys are oh, I was like, wait, that's what I was thinking. I was like, there's no way. He should be here. He should be here. Okay. So people are saying Fright is the best SMG player. All right. If that's what you guys say, I might have to hop on board and watch him. I was wondering why somebody said Fright watch party, and I was like, bro, he's in the tournament. Oh my god, King of Death. King of Death has died instantly. Bro, literally, I was so excited to see King of Death join the tournament because I was like, this is time for redemption. It's time for King of Death to come back in and dominate with his bands. And here we are. Game number 1. First player to die. Second player on the team's also died. This is not a good showing for Nigeria here. Why are they so split up? Oh my god, there's a jackal in the sky already. Who is it? It's Winter! Finally, bro, we get to see Winter back in the jackal, bro. It's been too damn long since I seen my goat in that jackal, chat. You know what I'm saying? I can guarantee you that this entire event, he's not even gonna play with his team, chat. He's just gonna walk, or I say walk around like he's not flying a freaking jet. He's gonna fly the jet around and just go for jet kills at all times, chat. So, he doesn't speak Spanish or Portuguese. He speaks English and Tagalog, and his entire team speaks Spanish or Portuguese, right? So he can't even talk to them anyway. So he's just gonna stay in the sky and create utter chaos out of nothing but this jackal, chat. That's all he's gonna do. Oh my god, he's targeting NSG. This was a qualifier favorite last week. A qualifier favorite last week. Oh, there is in-game audio, Sazad. It's just I turn it down when I want to say something specific. Let's hop onto Holy Fatid's team. No way this is happening again. They've landed in crash site once again, and this team from Latam is taking them down from it. I think they need to change their drop spot, honestly. Maybe they could go somewhere. They can't go overgrown. They definitely can't go ski town, because we all know who lands ski town, chat. Am I right? We all know who lands ski town, chat. There is in-game audio, you little goofy gibbers. No way! Alright, I'm gonna pull up Madnan and he can let me know if there's any problems, because even my mods are being goofballs. Oh, he spotted OG right here. Those are the players from the other Battle Royale games. Already getting 3 players knocked, 2 full kills, there's a third. It almost seems like he's the god of the sky, and his teammates are gonna help him out throughout the entire match to confirm every single kill that he can get. As you can see, they're rotating over below him in Sakura. That is a terrible situation for Lewis to be in right now. In between his teammate and the opposing team. He's going to heal up right here, but there's a player right behind him. Not going to be able to get to him just quick enough. This is NSG teamed with AG. They've now changed their team name. He is so dead. That could have been a misplay due to the new settings inside of Battle Royale that he hasn't turned off. If you run up to things like windows or crates, you just get automatically put into them before you click the jump button. Fortunately for me, I turned off the set, and thanks to Matcha and Leo, They gave me the update on how that was able to happen, but here we go. 4K Winter coming down once again. Can he make something happen with the Jackal here? Not able to do so. Already got 3 kills on the board. We'll leave him for now and hop on over to OG, as it seems like McDoo is also, McDougie Doug is what I know him as, is also in a Jackal. That's not good. 2 players inside of Jackals is going to create chaos, like I stated earlier, inside of game number 1. Holy Father and the team already up to 2 kills here. Sees Ross Kid, arguably their best player recently. Can he take him down? Holy Father, no! You need to take down Ross Kid. That's their best player from last tournament, dude. No shot. Oh my god, he's got an SMRS. Surely he can do something here. Holy Father, we believe in you. Oh, Ross Kid's gonna get away. Can he hit it? No, he can't. Smoke Bomber in hand's not gonna help him now because he doesn't have it ready. Ross Kid gets away. Tokyo, Rinka, and Remy all trying to find this other player on the team. I'll be super impressed if they take down this team. Spots Chamo right here. There's gonna be nothing he can really do. Unfortunately for him, shot! What is that gun? I thought he was using a shotgun! Did you see how much health he just hit him for with the PKM? What?
Engaging the enemy. Enemy eliminated.
What was that? He insta-cracked him with the PKM? Ain't no way. Holy Father and the boys cooking him up right there. On the main stage, Ross Kid's still alive, though. He gets out of that situation entirely, as Holy Father could not clean him up for now. But I'm sure we'll see them fighting out later, and I want to go over to the best sniping team inside of this tournament. In my opinion, though, it's going to be Team 4. We got Zenith over here, Low-Tex, Necro, Slayer, and Fun. These guys are so dominant that nobody really wants to land beside them. Everyone knows that Low-Tex and Slayer have been landing here, and surprisingly enough, a Bull, Boz, and ICANN have not landed here either. Which would, in my opinion, be the team that would contest them for this drop spot, because they used to be players together in a team, and now they are enemies. Looks like they've actually landed quite close by them. They're still in the same kind of region of the map, but they're further lower down below. I believe they were the team that went over to land in Overgrown. So they've left the spot where they used to land in Dormitory and used their substitute spot. Now they're going into Overgrown. There's going to be NSG in there along with OG. OG not up to much this game. They've already lost 2 of their players. It looks like Rankid's going to come back in the revive flight. But these guys might go in here and absolutely cook the rest of the players around Sakura. It just depends if they know that they're there or not. I don't think they understand that there's a couple of players around there. One of the players has shot at them, so they do have the info. Now they're going to get the loadout drop, so they'll be in a good position here. No fights so far, but I know that Guz in a fight, so we're going to hop on board with him. He's able to take down MR Blue Lee, Mr. Blue Lee. He took him down instantly. They've only got 1 kill, so... Was that the Ferg throw? Oh, don't get me started, chat. You're going to make me not humble if people are right here doing the Ferg throw. I obviously created that, guys, right? Like, that was my... Come on, guys. Like, honestly. Come on. Like, I'm the movement, right? I've got motion, chat. Either way, 1 kill on the board for this team. Get a loadout drop themselves. They're looking good in terms of their loot, but not in their kills. Damn, a miss comes through here from Guh. Not a good spot for him to be in. That's going to be them going against the other fully African team. 1 player gets knocked instantly from an SMRS across the map. Another SMRS could come down here and completely eradicate them, as we're going to hop on board with them. See what they're up to here. They're actually going to push this. They're going to push 4K main. They're too late. They're already too late. Super Jeff's going to be rezzed here. They're going to get shot down out of this helicopter. They got the Season 1 Battle Pass skin. Oh my god. What did I say? I said they were going to get shot through from the helicopter. The Africans are down to the Filipino team. Getting shot from behind. Here comes Low-Tex with the 3rd part Areno. Taking them down from the side. And that was arguably the worst push I have ever seen in one of these tournaments. They are completely eliminated because they knocked down Super Jeff from afar. Thought, you know what? Let's push them. They took 15 seconds to decide to push, and then they were third-partied from the side of the best sniping team inside of the tournament, being Low-Tex and Slayer's roster with Necro and Fund as their new players instead of a Bull, Balls, and ICANN. Great play from them to take out a couple of kills, add a couple of points onto their scoreboard. 4K overload. Still on 3 kills. We'll hop on to main now and see if they're chasing them down. It looked like they were chasing them down. Tom went up straight to them, realized it was Low-Tex and Slayer, and rewinded back instantly. I can't say I wouldn't do the exact same. I can't say I wouldn't do the identical strat to that, chat. I would do exactly what Tom did. Go in, check who it is if I didn't see the scoreboard, and then instantly rewind. Either way, let's hop on to TSG as they're in a fight here now. They're against Nagdi and the boys. Already taking him down. It looks like they've already wiped them. 4 kills on the board. They are outside the zone significantly here, but Leap are around them. Could catch them off guard. We'll have to wait and see if that's the case later on in this game. They do have Manic to be able to get their teammates rezzed. Interesting point, chat. Other than the fact the King of Death got revived, which is absolutely amazing. But that Medic Carrier that was just released in this brand new update, I'm turning down the game volume for this one, chat. I think that is going to be the main determining factor of whether or not a team wins this tournament. It's going to come down to how good can they use that Medic Carrier. Because technically you have an insane amount of self-revives. But if you use it before the end of the game, you're not going to self-revive fast enough to be able to kind of med strat it. And the reason we haven't banned it is because we want to see at least it being used inside of one tournament. So it's fair game, chat. It's completely fair game. Oh. Holy Father spotted person in the Jackal. It's gonna be Winter. Don't shoot him down! He's part of your team, bro! He's part of 4K! Oh, well, there you go, chat. People say that 4K teams up. They definitely do not. Keep in mind. No way! He's about to... I thought he was gonna SMRS that. I really thought he was gonna SMRS. But he didn't go for it. At least not on my screen. I didn't see it. Magic falls right here to COD Ninja. This is a bad situation for them to be in. They're going to take this fight. M7 all over the place right now. Magic's being knocked. Camo's still alive, but he gets knocked as well. Let's hop on board the Potatoes. He's one of the last alive on his team. Rosskid's still alive as well. He's going to go in from behind. There's multiple different teams here. He's going to take down one. There goes a Bulldozer. I don't know which one it is, but Claude falls as well. A 1v3 situation from Rosskid could easily happen here as he's going to take his teammates' tags back and bring them right back into the match. Flex got outside of the situation for now. Rotating way further back. Doesn't want to take that fight as he knows Rosskid's one of the best Latin American players in the game. When Rosskid first entered our tournaments, I thought he was terrible. I thought he was like one of the worst pickups for the region. And as times went on, he's definitely became one of the best. For sure. Holy fuck. What the hell was that? Hey, yo! Somebody check his hard drive. Somebody check his hard drive. I needed a device check on Holy Father, chat. Bringing it over to Low-Tex again. Still got his DLQ Omega Maywalt Mag. They're fighting some of their OG teammates. It's Senior J. They've teamed up with him before and he's down. Slayer gets the frag with Low-Tex helping him out here. There's another player over to their left right now. Oh, DLQ Omega Maywalt Mag coming in from a different team this time around. It's going to be No Cry over onto the right-hand side of Heat. Low-Tex rotates way further on the back. We're going to hop on over to Necro now, as he's in a bad situation as well. It looks like they've overcommitted on this push, and now they're getting third party from the Latin American team on the other side of Heat. That's a bad fight to take, and they know it. They use the snowboards to get out of this situation. Keep in mind, they landed on Dormitory so that they could secure themselves those snowboards. For now, however, let's hop on board with Renzo, as it seems like he's in a little bit of a fight against Holiday here. He was able to get a knock, but I'm not sure what else he's going to be able to do. Nagy's a little bit further up. We've got a Kaza and Fright even further into the action. Fright's able to take down one along with the Kaza, but it looks like Nagy has died from the side. And Bardax gets eliminated from a Kaza. These guys are really low on health, and I don't see a medic from Nagy because he's dead. With Nagy being out of the situation, they all might die outside of the zone. Does anyone have a medic carrier? Okay, great. So Renzo has a medic carrier that he can use here. Nagy, don't know what's going to happen here. They should be able to get him back through the revive flight, but I mean, my God, look how far they are outside of the zone. They're so far outside of the zone, chat. This is not a good situation for them to be in. It looks like Renzi's going to heal them up. We'll hop on back on board to Low-Tex. He knows there's at least 2 teams around here. They're not in the next zone, so they could catch people off guard on the rotate, like 4 Kings Men who are down below them, but they're going to rotate around the hill instead of going up on top of the hill. Decent game for them so far. There's 6 kills in it. Tokyo's still fighting as well. I can't believe these guys have 7 eliminations. They're going to be fighting that Latin American team that landed with them from before. Latam Prime, broski. Remember what I said at the start of this game, chat? They were destined to fight each other after landing with each other earlier over by crash site, and it looks like Magic's gonna die outside the zone. They could potentially push up there and kill the entire roster in a little bit of a 3v4 situation. Holy Father with the SMRS in hand, he sees Patata going up into the air. He thinks he's Superman, eh? Shout out Ackman, I believe he's watch partying. 4 Kings Overload survive. They're not looking too bad here either, especially with their kill count. They have more kills than 4 Kings, man. Going down over to Dark. They're still dying outside the zone, but luckily Nagy has been revived and they're back into the action. I think they'll be able to make it in. They don't need to worry about too much. Going over to TSG now, they're rotating into the zone as well. Let's open up the map and see where it's headed. We got a little portion of Overgrown inside of this zone. Nobody's over there though, so if somebody wanted to play purely for placement, that would be the best situation for them. But it looks like a fight's under the cards here. It's TSG versus 4 Kings main. Stiller has spotted one at least with the footsteps, but he's going to rewind back, not take that fight, wait for his teammates to come on board. These are the 2 best teams from the Philippines. They both won tournaments this season. Oh my god, nade across the map by Secret. Now the floodgates are open. They're going to be spamming nades across the map here. Self-revives are potentially going to be used by the medic carrier. There we go, another nade comes down. COD Ninja's coming in with a 3rd party, and that's Slash taken out from TSG. So both 4 Kings main and TSG have lost a player. Car's gonna get exploded here. They need a little bit of cover. Super Jeff has spotted. Don't know why this dude's using a red dot on his AK-117, but here we are. If he doesn't have a mythic on this account, it's understandable. Have a great day. Not sure where COD Ninja actually shot that from, so I'm gonna go on board and see. Oh, he's really close. He's right beside them. That makes a lot of sense, so it's a little bit of a 3rd party action right there. There's a couple more jackals still in the sky. I don't think they're potentially shooting at each other. They're probably just circling around the remaining zone, going on board to NSG here. These guys have camped in this house for the entire tournament so far, because there's only been 1 game, you know what I'm saying? Hopping on board instead to Low Texas team. What a snipe from Necro. Low Tech's able to pick up 2 there. Does a sniper throw mid-tournament. Mid-tournament after a headshot across the map. Necro looking spicy here. They were able to take down that team from the Middle East. You guys know Rebar just as well as I. Arguably one of the best teams and players from the region. These guys did end up going through the top of this hill, and they have secured a lovely little high ground position here, but I'm gonna assume they're gonna need to rotate. Yes, they are. The zone's in the complete opposite side, but they all have snowboards, so they're gonna be good to go. 12 kills on the board here is gonna be really nice for them to start up this tournament. Jackal's been spotted in the sky, though. Could they take it down? It's more than likely gonna be winter. I would assume it's gonna be winter there. However, we're gonna go ahead and watch teams that are a little bit closer to the current action. 4 Kings main only got 2 of their players left. They have 6 kills, but this is not a good performance from them in game 1. It's a consistent performance if they can make it a little bit longer. Akaza falls to Narosa outside of the zone. They've both been hit by a Maywalt Mike. Actually, that was a Tempest instead. Narosa goes down. That is a terrible situation for them to be in, even worse than it already was. We'll hop on board with Super Jeff later, but for now, Holy Father's got 7 kills? What? What the hell? What the hell, young nugget dog? Match is gonna be proud of him, chat, that's for sure. They made their way into the house. This looks like the same house NSG was holding earlier, but I think they've rotated over to the left side house. Or, never mind, this is the exact house NSG was in earlier, because look, they're all dead. Didn't see that in the scoreboard, but Holy Father moving into the zone now. Spots to gone from behind. Shots go down. Easy kill from the Father himself. Eliminations on the board. Get it. Oh my god, it's a massacre. Oh my god, chat. Ain't no way we're seeing him. Cookie's about to drop double digits in the first game. This could be the first game they've ever won inside of one of our tournaments. Look at them all popping off. 13 kills on the board. Nade surely gonna go through that window and knock somebody. Nade goes down. Tokyo unfortunately dies from the side. Holy Father here to save the day though. 10 eliminations on the board. In a good situation here. They've got all 4 players alive. Double digits for the Father. Yukari and the boys rotate out of that house. They do have an easy rotation into the zone now if they want to take it. Oh my god, he takes down Roskid, the best player from that Latam team as well. SMRS in hand is coming in so well. Hopefully that nade's hit. It doesn't hit just for now. He's going to throw a cluster nade in. That might connect. Roskid might get knocked again here after revives. Surely it hits. There it goes. He knocks him again. SMRS, boom, confirms the kill. 11 kills on the board. Now they're pushing up in front of themselves. Remy's going to get knocked here. Holy Father going around the side of a smoke bomber. They don't have much time to play with here as they're getting held off by Slayer and Low-Tex. Nah, guys, please let them go in. Let them go in. They don't understand the situation at hand here. Holy Father about to die outside of the zone. No! I wanted the insane play, but it's not going to happen as they're all knocked. See ya later, alligator. 11 kills from Holy Father there. What an insane game 1 performance from him. Oh my god. 1 HP? No shot? No shot? He's gonna die here. Surely they see him. Oh my god. Oh my god! No, he needs to land more shots. Oh my gosh, Rinka, the new pickup for 4K Overload could have made an insane play, but he choked it. Chamo going for the med strat outside of the zone. This will be the first time we see this, chat. As you can see, he has the medic on and he has medic carrier on. So he has something that can revive him, being the medic carrier, and also with medic able to hold him down and heal him up. This is going to be interesting to see how the med strat works. It's the first time we've seen, whoa, what a snipe, the med strat come through from a pro player. We'll catch up on board with him in just a moment, but I want to see what the hell is going on over here. 4K Winter clearly thinks he's Vector. There's no way this works, chat, right? There's no way this works. You know what? We're going to hop off board that because the teammates of the players left are going to call out exactly what's going on there, and we do not want them to stream snipe that. Pavas probably going to die here. COD Ninja's still alive. It looks like we've got a bunch of qualifier teams in this final zone with a bunch of kills. Shots going down there. There goes Necro. He's going to get killed, and same with Fun. Shots are going down here. There's still a couple of players left. Where's Winter in this? He's jumping down. He has a refitter on. What is there able to be done here? Oh my god, COD Ninja goes down. 4K Winter gets knocked. Where's Camo? Who won? No way Winter won that. Nah, it couldn't have been Winter. It has to be one of the qualifying teams. Right? COD Ninja's team won that? If only Winter had something like a medic or a medic carrier or something on, bro. He could have won that game. Chamo must have died earlier inside of the zone. We'll hop on board. They only finished 5th. With the med strat, so he was outside the zone playing for placement with medic carrier and medic himself, and it didn't quite work out for him. Honestly, I don't know why 4K does not pick up Winter, bro. Like, why is Winter not always in a 4K team? Because every time he's clutching up positioning, he's clutching up kills. Like, he got the most kills. He's the reason they finished in 2nd place. He's always doing something to push his team forward in points. I just don't understand why he's not a full-time player inside of a 4K roster. Just doesn't make sense to me, chat. Just doesn't make sense. Congratulations to Miranda for winning that game. I had no understanding or no clue of where that went there towards the end, but good job on them to win that. I actually thought Winter ended up winning it at one point there. We've got Kus, Senior J, Bolivia, and Fury in as well. They finished in 3rd place. I believe that's top. Ooh. I didn't expect them to do so well off the first game, not gonna lie, but you know what? It makes sense because they're really good players. In at 4th spot, we've got Low-Tex Fund, Necro, and Slayer. I expected them to do it. I'm not gonna lie. I expected them to do good, especially considering shotguns are banned. It looks like there are top fraggers for game number 1 with 19 total eliminations and a 4th place finish. Chamo, a disappointing med strat, if I do say so myself. I thought maybe he would get top 3, top 2. I'm sure we're going to see this going forward inside of these games, but maybe he just used one of his self-revives way too early. And even if you use one of them, it's going to increase the timer of how long it takes to self-revive yourself by a lot every time you use it. So that's probably the situation that happened there. We've got King Knee, Mellow Stalker, and Lilac in at 6th place. Not many kills by them, but god damn, Holy Father. With 11 kills? With 11 kills, bro. That's unbelievable. Yeah, that sounds good, Madman. You tell him to do that. But my gosh. 11 kills from game number 1 is unbelievable. They're able to take off about 16 total eliminations. They'll get a couple of points for placement. They're probably going to be close to top 5 in terms of total points after game number 1. Then you go down the list, you can see Loading's team are in there. They finished in 8th place. OG finishing in at 9th. We've seen them in between Slayer's team and 4K Overload earlier. That's how they died. Unfortunate game for them, especially in those final moments. We've got 4K Ranzu's roster in there, Dark System. 4 Kings Main died very early on that game. We've seen Super Jeff getting cross-mapped along with Narosa by the Tempest. And you can see where a Bull Balls and Ican finished. Another disappointing performance from them. Ooh, we've seen their teammates have disappointing performances before inside of these tournaments, being Slayer and Low-Techs, but nowadays, you go up the leaderboard, I mean, they're looking pretty good. It seems like they have built up a little bit of chemistry there with Fund and Necro, so I hope to see them do really well inside of this tournament. We've got M7 finishing in at 13th as we go down the list. NSG, I'm going to go out and say it, chat. NSG played way too passive. They camped in the same house the entire game. They waited for zone to go to them, and then Holy Father and the boys went in and just absolutely destroyed them. That's their entire game ruined because they didn't go out and look for kills. The zone came for them. They thought they could wait for the kills to come. And unfortunately, it didn't work this time around. Maybe it'll work next game, though. We'll have to wait and see. NSG, one of the new teams in the scene that were able to get through the qualifiers. Going down the list, you can see TSG also got destroyed early game. They were able to finish with 11 kills, but they're only going to secure themselves 11 points. King of Death survived longer than I expected him to because he died at the start, but he came back. Unfortunately, they also got 0 kills as well, and this is where all of the worst teams ended up inside of game number 1. Terrible push there from Team 19. They finished in 24th spot. They were able to take down Super Jeff with a quick knock. They went straight for him, took too long, and as they were fighting them, Low-Tech sniped them from behind. I mean, that's the worst situation you could ever land yourself in, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine taking a fight with 4 Kings Main, and you're like, oh my god, we knocked one of them. We could win this. We could go viral off of taking the back-to-back champs in 2026 out of the game number 1 in the brand new tournament, in the no shotgun showdown. And as you're fighting them, not only do your teammates not jump out of the helicopter, Low-Techs is sitting up in the hill with Slayer Necro, and they're just all sniping. It's raps. That would be a terrible way to die. It would be so deflating if you died that way, chat. Not gonna lie. And to be honest, you know what's inflating my self-esteem right now? The fact that my team, the best tournament administration team in the world, has already sent me the scoreboard. We haven't even got into game number 2 yet, chat. It's updated on YouTube. We're gonna update it over on TikTok, chat, in just a moment. But oh damn, 4K Overload looking absolutely saucy right there, chat. Top 3? A top 3 performance? That might be the highest they've ever been on a leaderboard, and it all came down to Holy Father popping off. SMRS. You know he's good with it, chat. You know he's got that in the bag, chat. He's got that in the bag. What's up, Jordan? Thank you very much, brother, for the $50 on YouTube, man. I don't really read donations, so I would advise you not to gift any gifts, diamonds, or donations inside of this stream, but happy birthday, brother. Happy birthday. You know, but yes, chat, make sure to go and give all your gifts, especially in tournament time, to those other players participating, or even to the watch parties. There's people watch partying this. Make sure to give them any of the gifts that you want to. I don't really need them. I appreciate it. It'll go to giving them like viewership rewards, all of that kind of stuff. But for sure, you might as well just give it to the other players that are participating in the tournament or that are watch partying the tournament, because they help keep these things alive. You know what I'm saying? They help add a level of hype that I could not provide myself, chat. You know, without the players in the event, the tournaments wouldn't be what they are. Ain't that goddamn right? That is correct, Chattington. All right, we're getting ready to go into game number 2. We'll hop on and talk about the scoreboard. Mirana sitting at number 1 spot. This is a way more dominant start to a tournament than what they had last tournament. 27 points off 1 game. I'm not going to say that's good, but it's decent. Like, a really solid performance would be like 35 to 40 points. We've seen that quite often recently where one team pops off. We're used to seeing that from teams like Slayer and Low-Tech's team, 4 Kings Me and TSG. They'll drop like 25 kills and win. 27 points is great, but that really doesn't guarantee them any kind of bubble when it comes to finishing first or even finishing in the money. Because if you go down the list, I mean, top 5 is within 11 points. So it's really close straight off the bat after game number 1, chat. It's not far away whatsoever. Also, you guys know we like to track MVPs. And starting off this tournament, we give you guys the info that G and Layla are tied for MVP, right? And it's based off that system that we developed where it's all based off statistic and analytics. There's no bias towards me thinking that I like this player more than another player, because I knew if we made it that way that everyone would be annoyed about it. So it's purely off analytics and statistics. But this tournament so far, COD Ninja is the MVP. He has 16 MVP points. But right behind him, bro, right behind him, at 13, it's Holy Father. Holy Father is second place in MVP points right now for this tournament. Third place currently is Slayer with 12 total MVP points. But my God, if Holy Father's team had survived longer, he would be right now #1 in MVP totals for the No Shotgun Showdown after game number 1. But remember, it's a 7-game series, chat. So we'll have to wait and see what happens in game number 2. My scrumdiddlyumptious. People landed in. Let's hop on to players that are in fights, though. Going over on to Leap. Team number 14, they've landed New Vision City. Klepsy's already gone, and now it's all down to Void to make something happen. We got 0 kills on the board here. This is not a good fight to take. He's probably going to get eliminated off the bat. Oh, dearie me. Nice little movement there. Pops a smoke bomber to keep himself alive for a little bit longer. Garena movement's coming into play here. Oh, dear. This is not going to go his way. I don't think he's got enough of a gap between him and that entire 4-man roster to really survive any longer. We'll have to see. He's rotating out over to the top of New Vision City, but I think they're going to surround him. Yes, they are. See you later, Void. Oh my God, completely surrounded. The comms came in. They annihilated him. They obliterated him. Let's hop on board to Fright, though, as he's also getting eliminated outside of the game. Negi and Ranzu aren't even close to each other, so these guys must have taken a fight really far away. Now, however, I want to see what Holy Father's up to, as this team should be landing beside them. And that's exactly where they are. We've seen Chamo do a little bit of a med strat here last game, which is the team that contests Holy Father's 4K overload on the side of Crash Site. We've got Magic, Ross Kid, Chamo, and Patata. These guys are unbelievable Latin American players, but I tell you who is also unbelievable. My main man, 4 Kings Winter, still in the Jackal. He's targeting NSG this time. These guys still camping in the house. Will they ever leave that house in any of our matches? I don't know. I think they're crumbling under the pressure. It's the first time they've been actually considered a good roster inside of a tournament. Oh, there's 4K Winter's team. Looks like they landed somewhere weird. I'm actually not too sure where they ended up landed. Probably landed over by Kill House if I had to guess. Ran Kid trying to stay alive for as long as possible. Not looking too good for him as he's being targeted. But a team we haven't watched yet at all is Loading's roster. These guys are landing over by Radar Base. Nobody's over beside them. Nobody going Harbor either. That would be a good spot to go. The reason I think nobody goes Harbor is because you can't get a snowboard out of there, and it's also far up in the map. I think it gives you some good loot. There's a lot of different places you could loot from Harbor. It's just no snowboard potential, and since it's not in the middle of the map, you don't get good rotations off it either. But that being said, you can just get a car and bring yourself in anyway. So I feel like for bad teams, that's a position that they could go for. Winter was able to pick up another kill right there. Didn't see who it was on, but he has 3 eliminations with Lewis Gaming. Looks like NSG still have a couple of players alive again. They're all trying to stay up. Oh my gosh, man. What did I say? See, if you go and camp in the same house, you're just going to get targeted. You got the best Jackal user inside of tournaments right now in the sky looking at you. Why would you make it? Oh my gosh. Easy for him to target you. It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Let's see what 4 Kings Overload are up to. Oh, they're going to take this fight. It's going to be a 4v4 situation. Cham over onto the left-hand side. We got Ross Kid on the front. Tokyo going to get sniped from behind by an Annihilator. Not a 3v4 situation. This could wreak havoc for Holy Father's team. We don't want to see him die too early here. Oh, dear. Annihilator shot comes through. They're in a bad spot. Tokyo still knocked. They're not getting pushed on from behind. It's not a third party, but it's from the same team here. Remy goes down. Holy Father needs to move out of this situation or he's going to die as well. Oh, dearie me. The collapse of 4K Overload has came through. Holy Father and the team die early, losing the first major team fight of this game. He was in the running for MVP, chat, and unfortunately he was taken down. That is a sad sight to see. He was number 2 in MVP rankings off of game number 1, and now he is going to be way far down the list. I was hoping to see 4K Overload clutch up here, but third place, they're probably going to drop out of the top 10. It's a bad fight to take. They shouldn't have taken that fight. In fact, once Tokyo was knocked, they should have just left. It was a 3v4 situation. They decided to keep it up, and that was unfortunately the reason for their demise. Slayer and Low Texas roster here, Zenith. No kills on the board for them. Good job for team number 8 here, though. They were able to wipe 4K Overload. They're going to have a couple of points there on the board for game number 2. As we go further down the list, let's hop on board to Bull Balls and ICANN, as it looks like they have landed inside of Sakura. They're going to be targeting NSG here. There we go.
Enemy down.
There's also the team of 4K Winters in here as well. NSG have 1 player left, I believe. Unless he was also wiped by Winter, because last time I checked, he was still alive. Yes, he is. Dagon still up for now. TSG also third-partying in over by Sakura. Another team landing in beside them. TSG arguably one of the better teams inside of the tournament. They won last one. I'm actually going to hop on board with them and see what they're able to do here, because they're the ones third-partying. Flex is going to get knocked here as well. Looks like this team's getting absolutely eradicated here. Nade's probably going to go down there. Don't go into that Nade, Secret. Able to get away from it. TSG still have all 4 players up and at him. Dagon last alive for his team. Ooh, lovely defender placement. Absolutely beautiful. Slash gonna die from the side of 4K Winter. This is what happens when you allow Jackals into tournaments, chat. It creates a level of chaos that you would just not see without them. That's why we love to see them. Dagon's been spotted again. Finally getting knocked and eliminated. Totally wiping NSG out of this situation. Slash going into the house here. Hopefully 4K Winter doesn't take him down. I think he's been actually taken off of his Jackal. Let's hop on board with him. Yes, he has. So the Jackal has been taken down. He's probably just going to go for another one if I had to guess. It's looking likely that he'll go and take another Jackal. Don't see any more on the map right now. Let's check it out. Yep, no Jackals being used by anyone else. Looks like Winter's going to be the only one utilizing them for now. Hop on board with COD Ninjas. These guys are currently hopping off. And number 1 inside of the tournament for the first time in a long time. Oh my gosh. Super Jeff able to take down Andrew and another player from Loading's team. This is team top 25. They finished 2nd place in the qualifiers. Look at the shots coming down here. Good's able to take down Mumble. Hop on board with him. Don't see any more players alive here. There should be one. It's going to be Nagdi, last player alive in the team. Let's see what Neroza has to say about it. He goes right past him. Oh my god, they've left him. Hello? Hey, yo! What the? Yeah! Ain't no way 4 Kings are leaving him, bro. Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna bring any more attention to this situation, chat, but we all seen what just happened there, ladies and gentlemen. Fingers crossed he's able to get his teammates back into the action. Hey guys, Nagdi rotated out of that situation if you have my stream on, by the way. Hey, the 4K manager, if you're talking to them right now, you know what I'm saying, in Discord chat, listen, if you're texting them, oh, okay, well, doesn't matter. He unfortunately died. Well, it was a good attempt, Nagdi, but they found out where you were and they came and destroyed you. Going on over to team number 4, we got Slayer. Inside of the helicopter, the whole roster's in it as well. No kills at all. 0 eliminations. Not a good start to this game for them, but TSG on a little bit of a better start here for the Philippines. 4 eliminations so far. They're going to be able to get Secret back into the action, which is going to get them a full 4-man roster. There's still 20 teams left alive right now, but there's only 65 players left inside of this game. A couple of people will come back and revive flight. Might go up to 70, but we'll have to wait and see. As Magic is looking for the player team of the people he just knocked. Don't even see them right now. I have no idea where they are. At least they rotated into the zone. They're all going to get back up to full health. Are they using Medic Carrier? They are. Okay, so Madzik's using Medic Carrier. Let's check Chamo. Yep, Chamo's using Medic Carrier. Patata, he's not using it. And Ross Kid is also using it. So it seems like Medic Carrier is by far the best one to be using, at least in my opinion. Like I said at the start of the tournament, we're going to see it a lot, especially with people med stratting late game inside of the zone. For now, however, I need to find out where Vector is. A lot of people are asking me about Vector, and I haven't spotted him this game or tournament so far. Huh? Random helicopter? Submarine? That's gotta be Slayer's team. What is this? Now, I love this spot if nobody is sniping you. But as soon as people start sniping your team in this spot and having Tempest, you're gonna die so damn fast up here. So I'm not sure how this is gonna play out for them. Oh, and they're getting SMRS'd as well, and it looks like it's Senior J's team, arguably one of their best teammates they've ever teamed up with in the past, actually being the one that's shooting them here. It is indeed Senior J. Let's hop out, go on board with Vector. Is this guy ever gonna move? Huh? Marana is from Latin America, chat. A lot of people asking where that team's from. Of course, yet again, 4K Winter carrying his team to some sort of victory. It doesn't matter who he teams up with. If he can get in a jackal and people don't shoot it down, he gets so many points for his team. Already 3 kills as a solo so far. We'll go down the list here and see what COD Ninja's up to, though, as they're outside the zone in a little bit of a fight. A struggling situation is what I would call their team here. Ross Kid could confirm this kill here. Get the kill on Ross Kid. No, you should be shooting Ross Kid as well. He's already knocked. No, we didn't see him. That could have been an easy elimination for Marana. Able to take back his teammates' tags, though, which is absolutely phenomenal. This is the team currently in the lead so far inside of this tournament. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I just seen King of Death die as well. These guys are going to get their teammates back, so we'll hop on board with a different roster for now. And it looks like they're actually going to fight here. Senior J's team. Team number 22 in a little bit of a fight here against 4 Kings Me, and arguably the 2 best teams from the region. The best teams from Latin America going against the best team from the Philippines. Deciding he doesn't want to take an aggressive approach here, using the snowboard to get out of that situation. Shots go down as well onto Bolivia from Narosa. 0 kills on the board of Narosa so far. They popped the medic a little bit too early here, in my opinion. Don't know what that was about. I think that was a little bit of cracking under pressure. Spots Senior J to his left, doesn't take the snipe on him. He's going to go for the snipe with the annihilator on Bolivia. Not able to land any of the shots. Seems like Senior J's team is rotating back out of this situation entirely, and they don't want to take this fight whatsoever. Tom, looking like he's about to be an entry fragger here, but not going to happen. Senior J gets a pick onto Narosa. That leaves it a 3v4 situation. They've got a Tempest in hand. They need to rotate out of this spot as they're getting third-partied by an SMRS from behind. Keep in mind, Slayer's team are also over there inside of docks. This is a bad fight to take for any singular team. It's even worse that you're going against this Latin American team, which is Extreme 46 X Fury Esports. Still trying to make a pick be known here. Super Jeff able to do something onto Senior J. Kust might be spotted here. Yes, he is. He's spotted from the side here. Guh. Now in a situation that could benefit his team greatly if he able to hit the shockwave onto Kust. Shots go down. Able to hit a couple of them. Shockwave still able to be used here. Hasn't used it yet. Kust probably going to play a little bit more aggressively here. This is a bad spot to turn around in. Kust spots him. Shots go down. Crack is in. Can he land a couple more? Yes, he can. Guh. With a retaliation play on the Kust. Bolivia's still alive here. Looks like Tom's coming in with an aggressive play. He's going to push him straight away. Shots go down again. Defenders used. Rewind back again. Look at the class abilities. Ladies and gentlemen, another class ability comes down with the defender. It's going to flash Super Jeff, but Tom's back in action again. 3rd defender in a row. What the hell? Tom's going to go down as well. Super Jeff. Jesus. They're going to get third-partied from behind. And it looks like it's going to be Long Neck up in the hill. Going to take down the remaining players from Extreme 46 X Fury Esports. Terrible situation for them to be caught up in right there. With the third party coming down, that leaves 4 Kings being in a great position with 9 kills here. 9 kills and all 4 of their players left alive with all the loot from the opposing team that just got third partied. We'll hop on board to see what Slayer and Lotex have to say about this situation.
Airdrop incoming.
You know what? They're in the zone. They're in the zone, chat, so I gotta give it to them. They may be camping a little bit, and they may have 0 kills, which is... I mean, I know Zaina's probably sitting here watch party and thinking, guys, please, come on, kills. I need my boyfriend to win, please. But right now, Zaina, it's not looking good, bruv. 0 kills so far. There's only 50 players left. Half the lobby's already wiped. But you know what I always say, chat? The kills will come. The kills will come. And I hope this game will be the same. King of Death, unfortunately, his entire team has been wiped out of the situation. So I want to go ahead and hop on board with Vector. Okay, they're still camping. All right. Yep, they're... Okay, guys. Like, this is... I don't know why so many people want me to watch this. And it looks like they're getting sniped from across the map. So hopefully they'll be able to get one of these kills here. Who is it that's sniping at them? It's Necro? Really? Surprisingly enough. And it looks like M7's down below them as well. So they're in between a couple of different teams. Like I said, if these teams have snipers, it's going to be a tough fight for Zenith to be able to make anything happen here. Because if they start getting snipered, Tempest, DLQ will make a Maywap magged across the map. Like, that's going to be a tough spot for them to be in. Oh my gosh, Vector dying outside the zone this early on is not good either. Let's go over to see what TSG are up to now. We've only seen them a very short time this game, as it looks like Ross Kid's dying outside of the zone as well. Stiller looking like he's going around for information here. 5 kills on the board for this team from the Philippines. Can they go back-to-back in tourney wins, though, like we've seen from 4Kings Main at the start of this year? I don't know. I don't know if it's going to happen. It's potential. It's only game number 2, of course. They've spotted Leap over on the side here. Don't know about this play. Leaving your car exposed like that when it isn't already blown up seems like a bad situation for them to be in, as it could get them killed. But we'll go on to 4Kings Main here, as they're going to get rotated on from behind, and it looks like there's a team over behind them as well. So they need to focus. There we go. There's target in that car. What did I just say? I literally called out exactly what was going to happen. Being beside a car that is not exploded in middle late game is gonna get you killed, and that's exactly what happened. But it looks like a retaliation comes in for Tom. He's gonna get knocked and fully eliminated for now. Oh my god, Layla pops off onto Narosa. Now 4Kings need to rotate out of this situation entirely, as they got the entry frag, but they instantly lost 2 players right after. SMRS goes down, not able to land it onto anyone. 4K Winter still causing chaos as well, but Super Jeff and G last alive for their team. G in a 1v4 situation here against COD Ninja and Marana. Actually, it looks more like a 1v3 unless there's a guy in the roof. There's not, so it's a 1v3 situation. Super Jeff could come in and make it a 2v3. It looks like that could be what's happening here, as he's getting targeted from the side. Smoke Bomber gets in as well. Now they're looking to make this push inside of that house. This would be a pretty ballsy push if I had to say so myself, because G and Super Jeff, they know they're only 2 players. So for them to go in and try and take down a team that they can only assume is 4 is kind of crazy. Looks like they're not going to take it, however. Gonna stay alive to fight another day. G and Super Jeff still alive. Let's hop on board to see what Nagy's up to. A lot of players using this strategy of going for the med strat outside of zone. I did call it out at the start of the tournament, and it is what's happening here. Inside of game number 2, we can see 4K Dark System is operating that strategy. Oh, Bond has spotted G. I don't know who knocked him, but he is knocked for now. Super Jeff in a difficult situation. We've seen him survive for a little bit long before, but I don't know if he's got it in him. They have 9 kills. This is a disappointing performance, if I had to say so myself, for 4Kings Main. They keep taking fights that are arguably not stupid because they get the entry frag, but they expose themselves in ways that are just bad. Not able to land that SMRS. They're still using the outside zone with the medic med strat. We'll hop on board and watch them now. Bang! Super Jeff across the map. Triple kill comes through. Pingalito from Moran is also getting a kill right there as well. What a play from Super Jeff. Able to take down 2 players, and a third party comes in and gets the third. Bang! Able to confirm 1. There's 2 more kills coming in the side of Super Jeff. That was a bad spot for them to be in, even trying to perform that med strat. They should have tried to do... Ooh. It lands! Across the map, he spots him. Tap firing his AK-117. Grim ending across the map. That's bad, though. He's just been hit with another sniper. Not able to confirm the kill. Can it be landed? No, unfortunately not for now. Low-Tex and the boys still alive up in here at the top of the crane. They don't have many kills. Like I said before, they're still on 3, but they do have ultimate high ground. So if they get in a certain position, nobody will be able to see them. COD Ninja is still alive with his team. These guys are currently number 1. Oh my gosh, that didn't kill him? I can't believe that didn't kill him. Unbelievable. He's gonna hit it again. Surely the SMRS comes again from Low-Tex. Able to land it, but not get a kill here either. And it looks like they're getting targeted by multiple different teams here. They need to use things like smoke bombers to make their way into the zone, or something needs to be used. Some sort of utility doesn't come through. Super Jeff able to pick up another one. He has Smoke Bomber himself, going to use the snowboard to get into the zone. This is quite a heroic play here. We just seen Vector from the side there. What the? What is that? Going back onto Super Jeff now. He's outside the zone for a little bit longer. Smoke Bomber, maybe. Nope, normal smoke coming through. He doesn't have Smoke Bomber just yet. And another smoke comes down. He's got the defender to use here, but somebody's landing on him as well. Bad spot for him to be in. Keep in mind, he's the last player alive in his team, and he has been for quite a long time. So we're going to go and hop on over to TSG. They're now fighting the Latam team that took down Holy Father earlier in the competition with a clean 4v0 wipe. Pushing into this, TSG Stiller wants to make something happen here. 10 kills on the board for the team. They've spotted Patata Shirley. Bang, easy kill on the board of Stiller. Super Jeff has also been eliminated here. They're dying early. I think they died in 7th or 8th spot. Slayer's been spotted as well. Wow! Great accuracy from the team there. We'll hop on board to see what Slayer's up to. He's able to med up for now. They should be able to win this game, but it's not going to be a very big kill performance, and that I would argue that a big kill performance would probably help them a little bit more than what they've done here. When they win this game, which I'm assuming they're going to do because there's only 9 people left, they're going to get 15 points for the win and a couple of kills for this placement too. Should be like a 25 to 30 performance in terms of total points if they're able to kill everyone else. 4K Winter still alive for now. He's going to die outside the zone as well. Get a couple of placement points, surely, if he has the medic carrier, and he does again. 4K Winter carrying his team, not to victory, but definitely in a situation that's going to benefit them. But it's all going to come down to this. I believe that they're going to take this win. Zenith Eternity, dominant performance inside of game number 2. But there's going to be people med-stratting with the medic carrier crate outside of the zone. Winter's one of them. It looks like their teammates are going to die here as well. Chamu also outside of the zone as well. We have no idea where this is going to go at this point, chat. Everyone's dying outside of the zone. Who's the last team alive? It's going to go in the way of Zenith Eternity. Mad Strats coming in strong for game number 2. This is something we haven't seen in over 2 years inside of the tournaments. Previously, we actually banned Medic in tournaments because this was a thing, but I wanted to see what would happen if we let everything fly with this brand new update and that Medic carrier. And I mean, it's turning out to be quite the overpowered strategy. I would say by the end of this tournament, we're going to see every single team performing this. And as we pull up the leaderboard, you're going to see who got the kills and who got the placement. Zenith Eternity, 8 kills with 15 points for placement. That's going to guarantee them 23 total points. That's no... You know what? I'm going to say they're in the lead. I'm going to assume they're in the lead based off that performance. They basically doubled their points, so they're averaging about 23.5 points per game. So, in the end, good game for them. Not as good as what we're used to seeing from them, but 23 points is a consistent one. Going down the list, you can see Winter, 4K Winter, 5 kills, second place with the Mad Strat. That's going to give him about 17 points with his team combined, so not bad there as well. We've got 17 kills here for the team that finished in 3rd place. That's going to be the team that actually wiped Holy Father at the start of game number 2, also known as Latam Prime, arguably the best Latin American team alongside Extreme 46 X Fury Esports. We go further down the list, you can see Marana. They got a couple of kills, not too bad of a performance, definitely a consistent one if I had to say so myself. 9 kills with a 4th place finish. They're going to get middle teens in terms of total points. TSG, also consistent performance, but not a standout. They get some kills here and there. Arguably, I think they got like 11 or 12 kills. Yeah, so 11 kills, 5th place, not bad. Vector's team, bad performance. Not surprised, because he was sitting in the water. I mean, what did you really expect by sitting in the water for that long? Negi, Renzu, Fright, and Akaza, they were trying to med strat as well. Didn't really help them whatsoever. See, the thing about the med strat, chat, is that you have to make it to late game for it to work. These other teams were med stratting way too early on. Way too early on. There's a specific style of med strat that's going to work in this. And chat, between you and me, I would know, because I used to med strat in that other game that was taken off the App Store that happened to be like the first big battle royale on mobile. I can't say it because we're sponsored by COD Mobile here to perform this tournament and to host it, but you guys know what it is. I used to be a med stratter in that battle royale, so I know a bit about it when it comes to med strat, and I won a couple of regional tournaments back then when I used to med strat and get kills outside of the zone, and I'm telling you, these other teams are doing it too early. Way too early. You need to get in as far as you can into that late game zone, and then run out as late as possible into the zone. Find a place where nobody knows where you are and perform it then. You can't be mad stratting this early on into a round like we've seen from Negi or we've seen from Vector. Going down the list, you can see 4 Kings main. They got 12 total eliminations and a 8th place finish. Even M7 did pretty good this time around. 9th place, couple of kills. It's a consistent performance. It's not going to get them into the top 2, 3, but at least it's consistent. They might end up the tournament in top 10. Leap also getting a couple of kills, 7 kills total. And as we go down the list, you can see some disappointing performances from other teams. Unfortunately, I must say it, Extreme 46, the way they entered and got out of that fight, it was unlucky, but I can't say that I'm not disappointed, because I am. These guys dominated inside of the qualifiers. Like, it was unbelievable how good they were. Going down to where all of the last teams placed, you can see OG with a bad performance. You can see Bardax's team not looking too good. We've also got, damn, bro. We've also got Team 21. That's Ican, a Bull Boss, Flex, and Claude. 6 kills. Finishing in 21st spot. That's a really bad show out for Middle East and Europe right there, ladies and gentlemen. If you're a fan of a Middle Eastern teams, it's not looking too good for them this time around, chat. Also, NSG getting cooked at the start. They did get a couple of kills. I think they actually might have got more points this game than they did last game, even though they died so early on. And then, of course, Holy Father going out of the MVP running for this tournament. I can't say I'm not disappointed by that. He was second. He was second inside of the MVP voting after game number 1, but he's going to drop so far down after that game that it is what it is, chat. Also, for the people wondering, we are not banning Medic inside of this tournament. We never do bans mid-tournament. And the reason why I let it go, a couple of people came to me and they said, listen, ban this, do this, blah, 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 blah. We watched the qualifiers. It was fun. It's good to have a variety in strategies in tournaments. Now, of course, I'm not saying that it will be there next tournament. Like, it may be banned by next tournament. But it's the first time we've had an event since the new update. And anytime that happens, opposite to what happens with Call of Duty Mobile esports multiplayer tournaments, where everything is banned as soon as it's launched inside of the game, when something new is added to the game, the last thing I want to do is ban it inside of a tournament. So anytime something new is added, you can bet your ass we're letting it be used in the tournament, at least for the first event after it's been added. And that will always be the case. Because what's the point? What's the point in allowing COD Mobile to add all this cool stuff to the game and then we decide to ban it before anyone gets the chance to use it inside of a tournament? And as far as I'm concerned, anyone that learns how to med strat fast is going to benefit greatly. You know, they should have known that this was allowed. We didn't say that it was banned at all. It wasn't banned in the qualifiers either. So, I mean, may the best strategical med stratter win the points in that late game. Also, if any of the managers are watching, or any of the watch partiers that are friends with the contestants are watching me, you should message them on Discord right now and tell them they need to wait before they pull that off. You need to wait further into the late game to pull that off, chat. All right, yet again, the best administration team in the world for COD Mobile Esports has sent me the updated scoreboards. Had to go on a little bit of a tangent there about why we do not ban things like the Medic inside of tournaments. Your scoreboard is updated over on TikTok first, and now we're updated on YouTube. Let's talk about it as we get into game number 2. Sitting comfortably in the number 1 spot with a 6-point lead is Zenith Eternity. Moran is right behind them here with 41 points. Then just below them is Latam Prime. That's the team that took down Holy Father and 4K Overload. And unfortunately, after that game, they have fell to 8th place. At least they're still in the top 10. Cool Pines is in at 4th place currently with 33 points. So we've got TSG Rigid at 5th place with 26 points. 4 Kings Main are just out of the money for now at 6th place, tied with Extreme 46 X Fury Esports. 4K Overload below them, 4K Dark System just a little bit below them. And then, for the first time ever, we can see Team M7 cooking up slightly in the top 10. Updates as well, ladies and gentlemen, for leaderboard performances of the MVP tally. You guys know I like to post it on my TikTok story right after the event. Who was the MVP of the event, and where does everyone lie as total season MVPs for the events? Bro is out here shooting like prime Bobby plays. Either way, let's hop on to the MVP totals. So Holy Father's out of the race for MVP after last game's performance. Unfortunately, we would have loved to have seen him stay up at the top 2, but that's just not going to happen. He's already died in this game, surprisingly, as well. But we'll hop on and see what they're up to here, as they're going to be fighting that other Latam Prime team. The top 5 MVP are as follows after the first 2 games. We've got Rosskid in at 5th place with 19 total MVP points. COD Ninja with 21 total MVP points. Fund tied for 2nd and 3rd place with Slayer with 22 MVP points. And then your first place position for MVP total points off of this tournament alone is Winter. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. The 4K player that seemingly does not get to play with any of the other 4K teams is the MVP of the tournament thus far after 2 games. This is, of course, game 3, and it looks like 4K Overload has lost their newbie player, Rinka. Not newbie based off his skills, but newbie based off the fact that it's his first time playing with this team. It's the first time it's ever happened. We're hoping that he has a good performance, but we haven't seen much from him yet. At least when Rami was first brought onto the roster, he had a really good first showing. Oh, dearie me. Holy Father getting shot from behind. He's probably going to die here. Can he use movement to his advantage? Yes, he can. Garena, Holy Father movement coming into play here. Stays alive to fight another day. Remember, he can't get 1 pumps because there's no shotguns inside of this tournament. Let's hop on board to 4 Kings Me and see where they're at. Looks like they're landing over by Outpost. Well, of course, we know they land Ski Town. They've rotated to Outpost. They land Ski Town every single game. That's why nobody else goes there. Let's hop on and see what Team 3 are at. This is Dark System. They've got 0 kills for now as well. Slayer's team with Lotex, Necro, and Fun. Zenith Eternity. They're currently the leaders. It's going to be the first time, if they win in a long time, if they win this tournament, that they have actually won. Keep in mind, the last time that Slayer and Lotex won a tournament, keep in mind, they're known as being fairly dominant. But the last time they won was the Alcatraz event. And that feels forever ago. Keep in mind, it was a really dominant performance. Super dominant performance. But bro, it was literally last year. It was last year. They haven't won all year. And they're known as being the best players from Europe. We got TSG back in the game as well, of course. Looks like King of Death lost one of their players. Don't know what happened there. Maybe he disconnected or something like that. We'll see what Magic's up to now as they're still fighting 4K Overload. And I'm about to take a little sip of my coffee, though. Happy Ramadan to anyone performing it, but I need some energy, so I apologize. I'll try to keep it as quick and concise for anyone that is performing Ramadan this year around. These guys have lost one of their teammates, being Ross Kid, but he should come back into the action. He took him down. I don't know if they got him back. I actually don't think they got his tag. So this time around, Holy Father's team are a little bit ahead of Latam Prime. This is good for them. They might be able to get back up on top of the leaderboard here, as they had a bad performance last game, getting pretty much 0 points. We're going on board to a different team now, and it looks like Vector's team have been eradicated except for Bax. NSG have landed somewhere else this time around. Good for them, man. Good for NSG. They're a new team inside of these tournaments. They qualified into the finals last week. And to be honest, I love seeing new teams come in and at least try their best to adapt when they know that something's not working. And this clearly, Strat, from the previous 2 games, was not working. Nowadays, it seems like they've used that to their advantage. They've done something different. They haven't landed in Sakura. So good for them, man. They're learning. I don't know about that. I don't really think you're gonna hit many shots that distance with a Type 19, but yeah, I guess to each their own. Let's see what the number 2 team have in terms of guns. Not much. HDR and Annihilator. A couple of snipers, actually. A lot of sniping going on here. But I want to see what's happening here between TSG and Extreme 46 Fury Esports. Senior J's ready to be knocked, but it looks like Bolivia comes in with a retaliation kill. He's still alive. Fury Pizzazz is up on top. Bang! Shots go down, and it looks like they're going to fall in front of our eyes. Layla gets knocked. Secret could come in here from behind here. Pizzazz has been knocked also. Oh. Player right in front of him. It's going to be Kust. Shots go down. Not able to land enough. There we go. Kust doesn't get the kill on the Secret, and Secret confirms it. Let's see if there's anyone left from that team. It's going to be Bolivia. He self-revives himself. He's up. Ready to go. Gets down. Over by farm and stays alive to fight another day. They have 6 total eliminations for this game, so that's actually a good kill count. Considering there's 68 people left alive. Not too bad, chat. Not too bad. I agree. W to everyone celebrating Ramadan, chat. Hope you guys are enjoying your fast. Looks like Senior J comes back into the action. We're going to hop down over to Loading's team. They're known as Top 25. I think they named themselves that because they wanted to be the Top 25 team inside of the tournament. They did qualify, but they are Team 23. So, a little bit of a misplay here for our positioning. We should have put them Team 25, but they're ordered based off where they finished in the qualifiers. We'll go over to a different roster now. Quite a passive mid-game, chat. Quite a passive mid-game, if I do say so myself. Shots going down here. Tokyo not able to land enough to kill Magic for now. Still trying to make something work here. Oh my gosh, Tokyo, please, for the love of God, what is this? Rinka? There we are. Magic falls, and that might be their entire team gone. It is. Latam Prime dies early. They were 3rd going into this game, and with that inconsistent performance, they are going to drop massively down the leaderboard. I could see them dropping into 6th or 7th place. Similarly to what we've seen from 4K Overload. 5 kills on the board from them. I must say, as far as games go, if they were a little bit more consistent in game number 2, this might be the best team 4K Overload has ever had inside of one of these tournaments. Let's hop on over to M7, though. Oh, I said M7 because I seen M7 Claude, but it's not actually the main M7 roster. This is the main M7 roster. Guys. Guys, there's $10,000 on the line here, guys. Guys! Nah. This is, what is going on here, buddy? I need you guys to lock in. What is it? Why are they so far out of zone? Mods! Blow them up with an SMRS. We're familiar with Matador, chat. We've seen him pop off in a Blackout tournament last year. Haven't seen too much of him this year, though. As Guh gets knocked. Oh, dearie me. Tom comes in with a retaliation kill, and it's going to be a big fight here, ladies and gentlemen. We've got an African team versus the Filipino team. 4 Kings, me, and shots go down, and it looks like it's going to be an easy wipe onto most of the players. But they've got one still alive, being IGN. From Nigeria. Can he make anything work here? It looks like he's getting pushed straight off the bat here by Super Jeff. He gets knocked as well, and that's going to probably be all she wrote for this team. See you later, alligator. Team number 19 out of the situation of game number 3 completely. 5 kills for 4 Kings, man. Good stuff for them. Let's see what NSG are up to, though. 3 kills. It's an okay performance, if I do say so myself. Much love, Arisril. Over on YouTube. Let's see what loading's up to as well. They've got all 4 of their players in a helicopter. Bolivia still last alive for his team, but he's trying to make something happen here by going back and getting those tags. Who was it that was fighting him? Was it not 4 Kings? It should be completely clear now, because 4 Kings went and fought somebody else. They're so far away from that situation now, so they can just go in and get the tags, get them back into the action. They should be good to go. They're not going to die early this game. Oh, fund. Show us why you're one of the best snipers in the game. Not able to land that shot. It looks like he hit the window instead of shooting the players. Oh, God. I know for Low-Techs, this house has some bad memories, as they were over in this getting targeted by a different team. And you see where Slayer is? There was moments where they were getting shot by 4 different teams inside of this house over by Overgrown. And it was so sad to watch, because Low-Techs, I mean, he was screaming down the mic at that point that everyone was targeting them all at the same time. It was such a sad play that it was just so unfortunate for them back then. But hopefully we get to see them do something a little bit different here with this house. I mean, Low-Techs is already getting knocks across the map. Speaking of knocks happening across the map, though, I seen 4K Winter get a couple. Alright, and I'm not sure where these knocks were coming through, but it looks like Pelagro is actually in his Jackal this time around. Oh, they're getting targeted. It's going to be Miranda this time targeting with the FHJ. They've spotted him. Able to land 1. I'm sure that this is very, very weak now. He needs to get to another Jackal. There is a new Jackal right beside them, though. Wait. Oh, this might hit and land. Yep, 4K Winter jumps out instantly right there, and it gets exploded. 4K Overload finally making their way into the zone. They have 5 eliminations so far, so this is a much better performance from them compared to game number 2. They had a very disappointing game number 2. They died early on. I don't even know if they got any points off that at all, but they're sitting currently in 8th place. For now, we'll go over to TSG as they got a knockout side of the zone. I believe maybe it was TSG that was fighting. I think it was, right? It was either TSG or 4 Kings Men that were fighting the team over here of Bolivia. The Extreme 46, but I can't quite remember. Shots are going to go down here onto one of the long necks players. Instant kill onto the IE. See you later, alligator. Wagner last alive. He's getting into the zone now. Luckily, they ran right past him, but it looks like Extreme 46 Esports are over beside him. That's not going to be good for him. He's probably going to get killed fairly early here going into the zone. These guys are outside of the zone as well. We've seen them emoting to each other earlier. We'll hop on board with the team that has a chance to win it all. And that... Hey, I'm going to say this right now. If you get ignitered and then you rewind, I think the rewind should stop the igniter from ticking. Alright? Because technically you're teleporting away from the fire. So in my opinion, if you're stuck in an igniter and you rewind like that, you should not get ticked and then die to the igniter because it's so far away from you. That's just my opinion. You can let me know if I'm right or not in the chat, but I think if you rewind out of that situation, you should not die to an igniter like that. It's just, in my opinion, a little bit stupid. Shots going down right here. Guh coming in here for support, but it's not needed as he's getting third party from the side, and that's going to be NSG Shid with an SMRS across the map here. Look how far away that is. Doesn't land the second one, unfortunately, so he gets the knock, but not the full kill. As Holy Father's also in a fight outside of the zone. Tokyo making his way in as well. This is a difficult situation for them to be in. It looks like it's going to be TSG and No Cry over and around him. Stiller's going to die instantly. Never mind. Rewind goes back. You see what I mean? The shots don't hit when you rewind, so why does the igniter still tick after you rewind? That just doesn't make any sense, does it? Oh. Making their way into the zone now. Nicely done. Tokyo stays alive. Holy Father's still dead, and Rinka falls as well. This is a tough spot for them to be in. Don't know if this is going to really benefit them staying in this house, so Remy's going to rotate out of this situation, and oh my god, Winter is always cooking inside of this Jackal, ladies and gentlemen. He has his teammate on board with him this time around. They might actually die outside of the zone here. This is going to be a close one. Will they make it in? It's looking like it's going to be a barely make in situation. They're already getting shot outside the zone here from an FHJ. They need to stay alive for a little bit longer inside of this. Oh, that's not looking good. Oh, they're getting targeted by everyone, and there's no other place to get a Jackal right now. I think that's going to be all she wrote. See ya later, Alligator, for the Jackal performance. That'll be the last one they're able to take here, but let's hop on board with 4 Kings main again, as Super Jess has 5 kills on the board. They found NSG. They shot at them earlier with the SMRS. Tom's around them as well. Shots go down. Easy pickings for 4 Kings main. The gun, last guy alive for Team NSG. SMRS is right on him, able to land one of them. That's going to be a very weak situation for him. And it looks like there's another helicopter in the sky right here, making their way into the zone. Rebar's died, unfortunately, as well from the other side of the zone. That's going to be another 4K team that they're fighting over and across. Don't know if they're going to take this fight. It looks like they're going hyper-aggressive here. Tom's already up and at him. What the heck? This is crazy. I can't believe they're being so aggressive considering they already have 11 kills, but here we are. It's going to be a Kaza right in front of them. Oh my god, a Kaza. That one's for the history books right there. Tom's going to send you a message later on Discord about how you got absolutely folded on the main stage with the divot advantage. Now they're moving into the house here. It looks like there was another team inside of this house. Not sure who it is. It's going to be Ranzu in here. Cluster bombs and spotters going down right now. Tom trying to find out where Ranzu is located. There he goes, dies. Super Jeff's going to be able to get the kill. Let's hop on board to Slayer. They've got 4 eliminations, but they are outside the zone, using their snowboards to get into it for now. They do have high ground as usual, but there is a couple of players over and around them. It's going to be Nagdy Andrew loading, and the boys from top 25. Bang! Tempest goes down, easy picking, but he gets traded by Zluth. Shots go down from the sniper, not able to land them just now, but that should be an easy confirmation of a kill right there. It looks like Andrew's also going to fall. Can they get the confirmation kill for now? No, they cannot. Does he have a self-revive? Yes, he does. This is a 4v2 situation right here. Andrew gets the self-revive off. If it's not going to be a 4v4 because also Nagdy is back up in the action. This is arguably the best European team versus the other best European team. Loading, one of the best snipers from 2024 in the history of the season. They're pushing in right now. Shots go down, and it looks like it's going to go in the way of Loading's team, top 25. Never mind, a retaliation's coming through with the AK-117. Keep in mind, there's no shotguns allowed, so there will be no one-pump. Slayer is up and at him. He's closest to the opposing team for now. I can't believe they're going to win this fight. Andrew's last alive. There he goes down. Nagdy's one shot. He got self-revived as well, and that's going to be all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. I thought going into this fight they were going to lose it, but somehow they won against a roster of top 25, arguably the best European team from the qualifiers. They were able to take them down with only 1 casualty in the late game. Very surprising. I thought they were screwed there, but a couple of self-revives with the medic carrier coming in clutch right there. Let's see who of their team has medic carrier now. Slayer's got it. Does Lotex also have it? He doesn't. The other team had a bunch of medic carriers, so I'm surprised they lost that fight. Ooh, looks like they spotted another ex-teammate. That's going to be Senior J's team over there. They used to team with Slayer and Lotex, like I mentioned earlier in the competition, and it looks like they're going for this play right here. They've only spotted 2 players, but they don't know there's going to be 3. A 3v3 situation is on the cards, but it looks like 4K Fright's rotating in from the side. But don't let that distract you from the fact that Holy Father's still getting picks on NSG, but we're gonna hop on board with 4 Kings main as they're in beside multiple different teams here, and it looks like they might be the team that third-party Slayer here from the side. Nades going down. Extreme 46 again found themselves in a little bit of a third-party position as 4 Kings main able to get a knock with a nade across the map onto Pavas. Now that Necro knows that that's their team, they can push up a little bit closer. They've realized that they could be the third-partiers to this fight. Slayer operating over by the side of the cliff face. This is a good spot for him to be in. Senior J last alive for the team, but they need to be the third party. They shouldn't go for that kill. They might get targeted here from 4 Kings main. They're definitely the best position in the zone so far. 20 eliminations is diabolical. They're looking the wrong way for now, though. Holy Father's team still outside the zone. I don't know what they're going to be able to do here. They need to use the medic. They are able to do it just for now, but SMRS could easily take down 2 other players. Slayer's up in front of them as well. They're in a difficult situation to make a play here. They need to use Smoke Bomber to their advantage. It looks like they're going to be targeting. What did I just say? It's like I can literally see the future, ladies and gentlemen. It really is. I know exactly what's going to happen before it happens, and there it is. Happened. They got absolutely wiped from the side. Tom's coming in. It's basically a 1v4 at this point. See you later, alligator. Rewinds back, trying to get into the zone. And like I said, SMRS came down right on that platform, knocked 3 of them, and that was all she wrote. Remy, last alive outside of the zone for now. They shouldn't have stopped there. They should have stayed in a place where they couldn't have got SMRS by that team. And unfortunately, they did not have the smarts or the strategies to be able to not die to it. So bad performance from them in the end game. Great performance from 4Kings main here. 25 kills and a win would be absolutely amazing. It would skyrocket them up the leaderboards because right now they're sitting in 6th place position. If they win this game, they're going to skyrocket right up into 1st, I would say. As long as Zenith Eternity dies early here with not very many kills. Tom able to take down 1 right now. Slayer, one of the only remaining players on the team. There it is, now the only remaining player on the team. He's going to be going for placement points here. Oh, SMRS could easily land on him here if it goes through the water. But he's going to go for placement. He's going to be really close to dying. Smoke Bomber, not able to be in play just yet, but he has a smoke to keep himself alive for a little bit longer. He needs to stay alive for as long as possible, just finish in number 2 position, because this is definitely going in the way of 4Kings main. Unfortunately, he's going to die in 4th place, but I mean, my God, a 30 kill performance. Ramy's outside the zone. He's not winning it. I don't even know who the last... This guy's been out of zone for quite a while, chat. This guy's the last guy outside of zone. And Ramy's right beside him, bruh. That's gonna be Raps. Ramy's dead. Surely he dies. Oh my God, bro. Ain't no way. Like I said, they were outside of the zone later in the game, and now Ramy's been able to use that self-revive to get himself into this late game and finish in 3rd place at least. There you go, 2nd place has been confirmed. 7 kills on the board, 2nd place is gonna give them 17 points. And now, Super Jeff and 4Kings main get a 30 kill win. That's 45 points. 45 points off of 1 game is going to skyrocket them, I'm going to assume, into the lead right beside Zenith Eternity. So now, for the first time in a long time, we're going to see an European versus Filipino battle for victory here inside of the $10,000 no shotgun showdown. Remember, all shotguns are banned. None of these players can use any of them. Let's see where the kills came from right here. 30 kills, of course, for the leaders. 11 from Super Jeff, 4 from Narosa, 5 from Guh, and Tom sitting there with a lovely 10 kill performance. Even though Holy Father's team did die early, at least they got 2nd place based off the med strat, but my God, they could have got a lot more kills. They could have got a lot more kills and did a lot better there. 7 kills with a med strat is going to guarantee them about 17 points. And there we have 7 points for Team 3. That's going to be Vector's team. We'll go down the list as well. You can see Slayer, Lotex, Necro, and Fund. After this tournament, chat, I actually may put a vote up on our YouTube social post page and say if people want to see them in the next tournament or removed. You're wondering what I'm talking about. I mean the medic carrier. Will we allow people to use them in the next tournament or not? I'm going to let you guys decide. It'll be funner that way. So far, I actually quite enjoy it, but I could see in the future how it would be annoying after the first tournament that we play with it. So I'll let you guys decide in a community post on YouTube later this week. Either way, going down the list, we can see Leap, they got a bunch of kills here, finishing in 5th place. That's a 19 kill 5th place performance. That is pretty damn good if you ask me. We've also got Dark Systems here, finishing in 6th. Going down the list as well, we got the Long Necks. That's another Leap team. And unfortunately, Extreme 46 did get targeted in between 2 third-party situations. I really feel like going into the zone late game now is actually beneficial because everyone's rocking medic with medic carriers. So them going in early games really not helping them out. They keep getting caught off guard between 2 different teams, so they should definitely rotate in later. NSG, I mean, for a new team, we can't really expect too much from them. However, I can expect more from Loading Andrew, Nagdi, and Sleuth, as they only finished with 2 kills. M7, on the other hand, got a little bit more kills, but since they're not getting any placement points, does it really matter? No. TSG died so early with 14 kills. That's going to put them up to about 40 total points, but my God, 0 placement points off that is terrible, especially considering how many kills they had. And right down to the bottom of the leaderboards, you can see where everyone played. I must say, Randkid, Zenpro, Tooth, and Galay, this might be their worst tournament ever. It really might be their worst tournament that we've ever seen them play inside of one of these Battle Royale events. They've done really well in the past. Keep in mind, they're not really COD endemic players. Zenpro has, of course, moved over to COD Mobile recently, but, I mean, Randkid, bro, he's not a COD Mobile player. And in previous tournaments, they were cooking. Like, they didn't even finish in the bottom half of teams, but this time around, they're really struggling here, not being able to use those shotguns. Either way, chat, we'll get ready for game number 4. That was game 3, chat. That was game 3. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Chat, funnily enough, I gave away 10,000 COD points on Twitter recently, and the winner of the giveaway has just given me €5. He said, thanks for the goodie for that AK-117 Mythic giveaway win. You're the GOAT. Oh, it is him. He sent me his... Okay, thanks very much, bro. Thanks very much for the €5. But there you go. There you go, man. Jariti, he won my AK-117 Grim Ending giveaway for the 10,000 COD points. I think it was 11,000, actually, we ended up giving you, right? We just give you the... I think it's 10,800 or something it is that we are able to give you. But yeah, man, congratulations on winning that thing over on Twitter. All right, chat. Let's get into game numero 4 as we're getting the updated tallies over onto the scoreboard. It looks like it's going to be 4 Kings main in the lead, Zenith Eternity in a quick second place. I'd say Mirana are probably up there as well, but I'm not sure if they'll be 3rd or 4th. Latam Prime are dropping down significantly, guys. I think Latam Prime are out of the top 5, if I'm being honest. Completely out of the top 5. Because everyone else did really well that game except for them. They died with like pretty much 0 kills. Waiting for Mandan to start up the game. How many games is there in total? There is 7 total games, ladies and gentlemen. 7 total games. I got a message saying that Peanut is watch partying. If that's the case, love you, Peanut. Good to see you back. Showing an interest in COD Mobile. I know you've left us for a couple of months, but if you're still here watch partying, I seen it earlier, then it's good to have you, man. It's good to see your cute little face, huh? All right, chat. Looks like a couple of players are being replaced here. Some people are trying to add in substitutes that were not given to our administration team before the tournament was locked in. So those guys are getting kicked out for now. Here are the other 3 spectators except for Ferg. Those are people from my administration team. They're known as... Oh, well, that's me, obviously. So that's the... We've got Madden in here. We've got Sarvjaw in here. And we've got Ferg's Watermaid, who is known as Szad. So if you see Szad in the chat, that is who that is. Sarvjaw is the person that was always in the top comments of our YouTube comments way back in the day for 2020 and 2021. I don't know why these guys are still reviewing results, but as soon as they're ready, we'll get into it. And here we go, chat. I'm going to get the scoreboard updated on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. Don't you worry. And I'm pretty sure that 4 Kings men are definitely in the lead, and it looks like I was right. YouTube, you're going to get it updated first. There you go. Up on your screen now, you can see the current leaderboards for the tournament. 4 King men are at 68 total points. Zenith Eternity are at 61 total points, so they're not too far behind. 7 points, that's not really that much. Mirana are 3rd place with 49. I actually can't believe that Latam Prime are still in 4th. I actually can't believe it. That is insane. That being said, because they're still in 4th, it looks like the middle of the pack teams are all beside each other. So we've got TSG Rigid in here at 40 points. We've got 4K Overload at 36, tied with Cold Pines. Extreme 46 are right behind them. So from 4th to 8th, there is no points in it. There's literally 8 points difference for 4 spots. 2 points a spot, so it could go either way for those middle of the pack teams. And they're still close enough to where they could take 1st place. If TSG have a performance like 4 Kings main just had, they will go straight into 1st place. Keep in mind, they got 45 points last game. 4 Kings main went from what, like 8th place? 6th place? Something like that? They were actually tied 7th. They were tied 7th last game, and now they're 1st place. And that's how quick the tides can turn if you have an excellent game performance with 30 kills. Let's go and see if they've landed here again. They have. Is this Latam team landing at the same place? They are. These guys, man. At least when I used to play professional Battle Royale, if I had a team landing with me every single game, we would just give up the drop spot. Then it became a point of we had a drop spot that everyone knew that we landed in, so they never landed beside us. But at least in the early days, before I was respected as being one of the better players, we got landed on. We just swapped until we became one of the better teams. Looks like 4K are losing one of their players here. Magic and Chamo going for a little bit of a rush play here. Holy Father over to the side. Rami's still alive for now. He's probably going to get killed from Chamo. Rinka doesn't have anything to say about that. Holy Father's all that's left other than Rami. And now they're in a bad spot here. Again, they should not be taking these fights, man. Why are you... You need to run, bro. Oh my god. Guys. You know what the most disappointing thing about my favorite team and everyone's favorite team, being 4K Overload, is that when it comes to mechanical skill, they have it, right? When it comes to being good at the game, having the movement, having the accuracy, they have it. They got it locked down. But every single time they die, it's because of bad decision making. If you lose a player, why are you still fighting the team that killed one of your players? They know it's a 4v3. They know it's a 4v3. So they're all going to push you at the same time, and there's no shotguns. So there's no chance you're going to one-pump any of them. You're screwed. Don't take those fights. 4K Overload, please. We need to see you win one of these games. We need to see you finish in the top 5. We need to see you in the money. Please stop taking fights that you are not in a high chance of winning. It just does not make sense to take fights like that, man. It just really does not. Either way, hopping back on and putting the game sound on as well. Rebar and his team are in a fight against 4K Dark Systems. Is Renzi the last alive? No, Nagy's last alive. The safe zone is collapsing. He needs to get out of this situation entirely because, my gosh, he's in a bad spot right here. But going over onto 4K Winter, he's able to take down one. Oh, they're actually taking the push. 4K Winter's actually on the ground, taking the push on the Magic. It looks like the player they didn't want on their team is now taking a revenge play against Magic and the team that killed his... Oh my gosh, turned on. Jesus Christ, bro. The 4K Winter might need to go back into the Jackal after that one. Jesus, forget about revenge. That's just embarrassing. Oh my gosh, buddy. Go back into the jet at least after that. My god, jeepers, creepers. I don't even know if I can watch his teammates anymore after that one. Jeepers. Yeah, get me out of that, chat. I mean, my god, what the hell? On the main stage too? Oh my god. What, bro, matter of fact, forget the Jackal Winter. You need some you need some game time on the grind. You even had the PKM. He was weak, you still choked. God damn, bro. Bro needs to play some normal ranked without the Jackal, chat. What the heck was that? Marana also chilling here over by Ecology Lab. They only have one elimination so far. 4 Kings main sitting with 0 elims. Nagy's still alive. Let's hop on board and see if these guys went Dormitory again. They did. This is going to be Zenith Eternity. They're currently sitting in 2nd place. Let's talk about the MVPs, though. Can anyone guess in the chat who's the current MVP of this tournament? Of just this tournament alone, not the overall season. Who is the current MVP? Say it in the chat, TikTok and YouTube. Who do you think is the current MVP? Ooh, a lot of people on TikTok are saying Super Jeff right now as the current MVP, as a singular player. I think TikTok might be onto something, chat. Some people on YouTube are saying Lotex, Jeff, Slayer, Tom. A lot of Super Jeffs over on short form too. The correct answer, chat, is Super Jeff. He's sitting here with 32 total MVP points. In its 2nd place is Slayer with 28. Fund has 27. Necro has 26. Winter also has 26. Tom Pips has 25. Guh has 23. Lotex has 23. COD Ninja has 23. And Holy Father has 21. But unfortunately, after this game, he's definitely out of the running of being MVP. He would need like a 25 kill game to be able to catch up to that. Don't see anyone around them for now. They're able to get their loadouts in. It'll be interesting to see if they go for the DLQ Omega Maywa or if they go for AK-117s. I'd probably go for an AK-117, yeah. I'm not surprised by that. AK-117, AK-117, AK-117. Yep, not surprised at all. Hopping on with TSG. A very low kill game here, chat, so far. Inside of game number 4. Very low kill game indeed. Nobody's really popping off here as a team. In fact, the highest killed team might actually be the team that took down Holy Father's roster, 4K Overload, with only 6 kills. Everyone else is really not up to much here. We can see M7 have about 3 kills. Leap have 4 kills. There's really not many eliminations happening here, but we'll hop on board with a team that's actually getting kills for now. They have 3 total eliminations. They were doing work on Denegi's team earlier, but they got out of the situation, and now, as I see kills coming through, Lowtex is completely eliminated. It's all down to Slayer and Fun. Keep in mind, Slayer's number 2 in MVP voting right now. I say voting like it's not an actual analyst situation with statistics and analytics. My god, 2 players dead this early on with no eliminations. Oh my gosh, Fun, you're so dead. M4? M4? And DLQ? This is not looking good. Oh, dearie me. He needs to take the fight, but he can't afford to take the fight either. There was a PPS edge. He's screwed, chat. There's no way he gets out of this situation. All 3 players are pushing in at the same time. Trying to take somebody down with a nade right here. Don't think that's going to help him. He's going to get fully eliminated. See you later, Alligator. And that leaves Slayer to make something happen. None of his teammates coming back in the revive flight just yet. Keep in mind, these guys are currently 2nd on the leaderboard, and Slayer's 2nd in MVP as well. Going on over to see what the 4K main roster's up to. Not much! They still haven't taken any fights recently, so we'll hop on over to Extreme Esports as Top 25 and NSG have been eliminated.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Couple of teams out going early here.
Airdrop has
But
been
still,
delivered.
not big kills so far. Not big kills at all. Let's see what the Africans are up to. Uh-oh, they're getting targeted by a DLQ Omega Maywalt mag. Not sure where from either. Let's hop on board. See if it's over here. That is exactly where it's from. This is a Bull Boss and Ican, a team based out of Middle East and Europe. They're trying to take crazy snipes across the map. They were able to land a knock, but I don't know if they got the kill, and no, they didn't. All 4 of the African team mates are still alive, based out of Nigeria and Egypt. These guys have been probably one of the better African teams, but they make some really bad decisions. And I would argue that a lot of the Battle Royale tournaments really come down to strategies and decision making as opposed to mechanical gun skill. Not that mechanical gun skill doesn't mean anything, it's obviously a great determining factor of what team are really good. But when you're playing against 25 teams that all have really good gun skill and mechanics, it's going to come down to decision making and strategies, chat. That's just the way it is. Looks like Latam Prime have got all of their teammates back. Patat is able to take down one. That's going to be a Middle Eastern fight right there. He's going to get eliminated. Unfortunate situation for him. His teammates are really far out here. Yeah, they're really far out. I don't even know where Patata died. It looks like he died over where Slayer went earlier. Oh, that's another African team right there. Over by the buy station, and TSG are right beside them. SMRS not able to land just yet. Oh, they've spotted King Nee here too. Oh, dearie me, King Neato doesn't die. He stays alive. Lives to fight another day. As we're gonna help on over to TSG. There we go, they're getting picks over onto that African team. Not able to take down King Nee, but everyone else is just getting eradicated. Stalker's last alive over here. Mellow's already been knocked. He's getting killed confirmed, and there goes Stalker. He's also getting knocked and confirmed as well. King Nee last alive for the team now. He's probably not going to take that fight at all. And to be honest, I'm not surprised. I wouldn't take that fight if I was him either. You're going against the team, our current reigning champions, that have just annihilated the rest of your roster. So I would be rotating out of there as fast as I possibly can. Hey! For once in our lives, Vector's not camping in a bush, chat. Hey, yo, we love to see it. We love to see Vector actually moving around the map instead of sitting in one location. Ain't that right, chat? Ain't that right? We'll hop on board with Mirana for now, as they have actually not been up to much this game. Only 3 eliminations. Pingalito popping a little medic to help his teammate out here. They need to get into the zone. Let's actually see where his other teammates are. Oh, they're all behind him. Okay, I see what's going on here. What about Winter? Have we even seen him this game? I think he might have died already. I really think Winter's out of this situation because somebody else is in a Jackal and I don't think it's him. I can't actually see who's in that Jackal. It's Jam. Yeah, Winter might be eliminated, and unfortunately he's going to fall down in the MVP voting. But speaking of MVP caliber players, let's see what Slayer's up to as he's in and around a different team here with Lowtex. Over by Nuclear Plant. We did see a couple of people on the map just moments ago. Aha! We have spotted them now. We're fairly familiar with this team of Jakari. He's got Tekoff, Brotex, and Panchito all in the roster. Looks like Balor from M7 goes right past Slayer. Slayer's just trying to stay alive from outside of the zone and give some sort of information as King Nee dies. Last alive on his team, he gets taken out by a Trapmaster, funnily enough. So that's a very surprising way to go. Let's hop on over to Latam Prime for now. This game has been much slower paced, so I feel like the end game and mid game is going to be absolutely wild. Still 63 people left alive in such a small zone, by the way. A lot of them coming in from outside of the zone as well. We're seeing a lot of med strats being used now. I will probably take a guesstimate of 5 teams are going to sit outside the zone at the end of this game. At least 5. HDR in the hands of Magic. It's being used well, but not perfectly. No headshots, no confirmed knocks. Oh dear, he might die here because his teammates didn't pick him up. GG's. Not very good. As it looks like Wagner's in a fight. No, I will hop on with him. They've actually got the most kills out of any team we've seen so far. Geek Panda dying outside of the zone as well. They've got Medic. They're going to stay outside for as long as possible. As we've said before, a lot of players going for that med strat zone strategy. We'll hop on over to Extreme 46 Esports as they're also in a fight here with another roster. And it's going to be 4 Kings main. They're a little bit outside of the zone here. Maywalt Mags being used to the advantage of the 4 King main team. Kust has been hit twice. He falls to a different roster. That's going to be a Bull Boss and Ican shooting from outside the zone, but Super Jeff steals the kill. And now they're in a little bit of a third-party situation. We'll hop on board with 4 Kings main. They're in between the 2 teams here right now, and Super Jeff is even closer to one of the teams than the other. He's a little bit weak, though. He could get targeted at any moment from a Bull Boss and Ken using their snipers. Yep, there we go. He's getting targeted right now from behind. He needs to use some sort of smoke to get himself out of this situation. Doesn't have a smoke going down here either. Doesn't even have a smoke to use. He only has 3 plates as well, and it looks like a Bull Boss or Ican was able to take down Guh. Oh, there's only 3 players alive left on 4 Kings main. These guys are crushing it this tournament. They're currently at number 1, but losing a player this early on, I don't think they're going to be able to get back his tags just yet. There we go. Rewind play gets it back. I thought maybe he would go down there and he would die, but luckily for him, he's got the rewind to get him out of the situation quickly. Good stuff. All 4 other players coming back. Why are you looking at a teddy bear?
The safe zone is collapsing.
It worked! It worked! Oh my god, it actually worked! They were sat there making sure that nobody knew they were around. All of the team were crouched, so there was no footsteps, and this team from Africa had absolutely no idea Slayer and Zenith Eternity were sat right below them. It actually worked. I was looking at them making fun of them like, what are you doing? But I can't even hear it. They got a point out of it. Great play from Zenith Eternity. Great team chemistry to not put any of their footsteps on the map as they were all crouched at the bottom of Sanitarium. Such a good play. Wow, kills come down again, able to take down another one. Now they'll be able to go up on top of Sanitarium, take the high ground off the opposing team from Africa, and hopefully situate themselves in a really good spot inside a zone, which I think is exactly what's going to happen here. PPS itch in hand. That's a bad play from Lowtex. Oh, dearie me. Oh, he gets out of the situation with 1 HP. All he needed to do was land 1 more shot on Lowtex and he would have died, but it doesn't matter anyway because Necro is up on top using the other stairs. And now they're getting targeted by Slayer here. Easy pick and see you later, alligator. They've only got 3 kills so far this game, but they're sitting at 2nd place already. And a third party looks like it could come in here from the side. As for now, however, we're going to hop on board with Vector. He's still moving. He's still moving. Surprisingly. I mean, he's going to die right now outside of the zone, but at least he's moving around. M7 still alive as well. This is the team from Europe and the Middle East. Oh, they spotted the Latam roster over on the side here. Oh, not gonna land any shots. They've rotated into the zone. Where's the next one gonna go? Oh my gosh, still 54 people in such a tight zone. Like I said before, the med strats are coming into play here, and a lot of teams are making it into the late game as opposed to earlier tournaments that we have hosted. But it looks like Guy's gonna die probably for the last time here, unless they're able to get his tag. This will be the last revive flight that they'll be able to get him back in on. They've only got 2 kills so far, and that's gonna be the Middle Eastern team. Up on the top, that's a Bull Boss and Ken able to take him down. The revive flight should come true, but if he does die again, that's going to be it for him. 15 kills on the side of TSG. We haven't seen much of these guys in the tournament for this game so far. Magic 1 shot. Ooh, not able to land the last couple of shots onto him. Surely his teammate helps him out. Oh dear, it would have been a good kill or a good knock, but not able to do it just yet. For now, however, let's check what Super Jeff is up to. A little bit of a third party here coming through. They're outside of the zone. This should be a free kill for him as he's able to heal up. But it looks like he can't heal up because he doesn't have any freaking plates. This is what happens when you stay outside of the zone for so long. This is the only thing that comes to your detriment is you lose all your plates. He stays alive. He's good for now. Good, still not back in through the revive flight. See you later. Super Jeff dies and instantly full killed. Terrible situation for him to be in. Looks like Good didn't get back. Looks like Good didn't get back through the revive flight, actually. We've seen that Tom had his tag for a long time, but unfortunately, they just don't come back. They must have missed it. They must have just missed that revive flight. Unfortunate situation for them to be in. And to be honest, they're in the lead right now. I think they're going to lose it this time to Zenith Eternity. They have all 4 of their teammates alive, 3 kills on the board, and they should have an easy rotation into the zone because it's not too far, and they can jump off the top of Sanitarium and use their wingsuit to get really close. There is, of course, that team from Africa that got all of their players back into the action. They could act as a little bit of a spoiler. Not only that, they've got Patata right below them. Nade comes down. Oh my gosh, that was almost a perfect nade. Not able to land it perfectly, though. They're in between a lot of teams now. A lot of players are med-stratting outside of the zone that could easily kill them. They're going down first. They don't want to take that fight with the African team. Smoke bomber gets used right here, but luckily for Slayer, he does have a smoke bomber himself. Car gets used instead. He's not going to take that fight. Moving into the zone here. He's made it in. Now the African team is outside of the zone and they're going to fight somebody else for now. But look, TSG right in front of them. A little bit of a 4v4 situation. Actually, it's a 4v3 situation in favor of Slayer's Zenith Eternity team. War Machine being used to take them apart. Necro was first to die. Now it's a 3v3. Lotex also falls to Layla. This is an absolute collapse of a team that should have won this game just moments ago. Fund also dead. Now it's all down to Slayer. That's why guns from drops are so versatile. A War Machine has just absolutely eradicated Zenith Eternity, and I don't think they have it in and to take the #1 spot off of 4 Kings main. 4 Kings main have the same amount of kills as them, so unless Slayer goes for a med strat outside the zone, which he can't even do because he doesn't have medic, he only has the medic carrier, 4 Kings main will hold on to their lead. The only other team to really combat that would be Marana, and they are also dead inside of this game. Very few players left alive now, and if I had to pick a team to win it, it would be team number 15, chat, which is known as No Cry. They've lost one of their players, unfortunately, to the zone, but they're still all alive other than him. Ooh! Takeoff almost dies right there. Patata's right beside them as well. This should be a free kill for them. They don't actually know that he's there. I can't believe Patata is the last alive. Unbelievable. TSG now in a good position as well. They've taken down another player. They have a bunch of kills, 25 eliminations, but the zone's coming in right here. Does any one of their teammates have medic left? Yes, they do. Layla should go for the med strat right here. It's late game currently, ladies and gentlemen. Got down to the last zone. Still 14 people alive. Layla could use the medic to their advantage. Should play for placement here, considering that they are already on 26 total eliminations. This is going to put TSG right up on the tippity top of the scoreboard here, ladies and gentlemen, with a phenomenal placement. Play would confirm it. Slayer unfortunately getting knocked. Not sure if he's outside the zone yet. There we go. Full kill comes through. Tom is going to rewind back, but he unfortunately does get full killed. 8 players left. TSG could definitely do this, but it looks like that Latam team are still alive, known as No Cry. Nades need to come out here. There's also a team from a Ball Boss and Ican still up. It's actually their new duo are still alive, and Patata is the last person still up from the Sanitarium pushing that we seen earlier, just minutes ago. SMRS comes down, not able to land it. Oh my god, Layla, misplay. Able to use the medic. He needs to go outside of the zone. You need to go outside of the zone. Oh my god, bro. He should have went outside of the zone. He could have got top 2 easily there. And now it's looking like it's going to go in the way of No Cry here. There's only a couple of more players left in the zone. Patata dies out of it now in a 3v2 situation. Shots go down. Claude gets knocked last alive, and the team is flex, and it's going to go to Team No Cry. Latam finally making a statement inside of the $10,000 No Shotgun Showdown. Well played to them. TSG should have played for the second place there. They were being able to secure at least 5 extra points based off placement and getting into the second place position, especially because he had medic. He had medic and medic carrier. He should have ran outside of the zone into Sanitarium and used the med strap, but a little bit of a misplay is going to cost him that. So they were 4th place. Fourth place position. Let me pull up the rules really quick on the main YouTube broadcast and we'll go through the point system. So a fourth place position would get you 5 points, right? If he finished in second place, which he could have easily done, by the way, he could have easily finished in second place if he performed the med strat, he would get 5 extra points. That's equivalent to 5 kills. He should have ran outside the zone, plopped the medic down, used the medic carrier to self-revive himself and guarantee himself that second place position. However, they did get a lot of kills. 26 kills with a fourth place finish is going to get them 31 total points. That's going to bring them up to 71 points off that game, which means that they're going to be right behind 4K main in total points. As 4K main finished 5th, but only 3 total kills, which is actually not that much at all. Going down the list, I'm actually trying to find out where the boys of Slayer's team finished. 3 kills, 8th place. That's a bad performance from them, chat. That's inconsistency right there from Zenith and 4Kings main. That's allowed teams like TSG to catch up to them. What about Latam Prime? Oh, yep, Latam Prime were the team that finished in 3rd thanks to Patata with his placement points. Finishing in 3rd with 11 kills. That's going to give them, 10 kills, sorry. That's going to give them 17 points. They're going to go up to a total of 58. So they're still a little bit further behind. But as of right now, it's 4Kings main, it's Zenith Eternity, and it's TSG all up in the running to win this tournament, ladies and gentlemen. We'll hop on and we'll see what Marana are up to. We didn't see too much of them that game, so I don't think they performed very well. Going down the leaderboard, yes, only 7 eliminations. That's going to bring them up to about 56. So it seems like Latam Prime and Marana are sitting in 4th and 5th spot, whereas TSG, Zenith Eternity, and 4Kings main, the top 3 most dominant teams in the world currently, are going right alongside each other, going into the latter half of this tournament after that game. Good performance from TSG to finally put themselves in the running for the first time in the tournament. 4Kings Overload died early that game, so they're probably going to go down as well, unfortunately, after game number 4. Cold Pines, not really too sure what they were up to. Extreme 46, we'll see if we can find them on the leaderboards here. I don't see them up in the tippity top. There they are, 9 kills, 7th place. Not going to be a good spot for them to be in. We got Mix and Match in there as well. That's an African team, I believe. Actually, there used to be a team called Mix and Match from Africa, but I don't think that's them. I think that's a different Mix and Match team, chat. Yeah, that's actually the Filipino Mix and Match. Africa used to have a mixed team, but it's no longer a team anymore, as Chapo has went and found an entire African roster. Down in 10th place after the game before just now, you could see 4K Dark System, but they finished 6th with not very many kills, so I think the middle of the pack teams are going to change up a lot. They're going to change up a lot after that game, especially the teams from, I would say, 10th up until 6th. The teams that are top 5 right now, I think, will all still be top 5. Like Marana's still top 5, Latam Prime still top 5, Zenith, Rigid, TSG, and 4Kings main are all going to be top 5. It's just the way that they're situated on the leaderboard are going to be vastly different. So I would say 4Kings main will be number 1. TSG Rigid will be number 2. Zenith Eternity, I'm guessing, are 3rd. I'm going to put Marana in 4th and Latam Prime in 5th. That's my guess of how the top 5 is looking at right now, ladies and gentlemen. That is my guess as we get ready to go into game number 5. We'll get the scoreboards for game number 4 on the screen as soon as it's sent over to me now. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll have to see. Can Europe win their first tournament of 2026? I'm not sure. I don't know if they have it in them. They've been doing really well, though. Slayer, Low-Tex, Necro, and of course, Fund in their new chemistry forming team. They had really good chemistry, Slayer and Low-Tex, with it, Bull, Boz, and Ican, but just due to what's happening in that Middle Eastern country, they couldn't rely on them to participate in tournaments because the electricity was being turned off. They couldn't get any Wi-Fi. You know, it's political BS, chat. You know how I feel about that. I don't like any of that stuff. I wish we could all just live harmoniously inside of the world, man, and just play some damn COD Mobile. You know what I'm saying, chat? Just let us play our games together, chat. There's no need for all of this BS. We're all friendly. At least in our COD M events, all the regions are friendly again. A couple of fights here and there based off ping situations, but my gosh, you really look at it and you think, damn, the actual population of each country loves each other. It is an unfortunate situation, but we've updated the scoreboard over on YouTube, and now we're going to update the scoreboard over on TikTok so that you guys can see where everyone is right now. And I guessed correctly, chat. Like I said, Four Kings being up on top, TSG Rigid are second, Zenith Eternity are third, Latam Prime are in here at fourth, Marana are fifth. Then we've got a solid 11 gap lead between fifth and sixth. Below them is Extreme 46, No Cry Cold Pines, 4K Overload are still in the top 10, and Fury K9, which is a Bull Bosses and Ican's team, are in here at 10th. So at least they're in the top 10. They haven't played in tournaments in, I think, about 3 months. So coming back in, finishing in top 10 would actually not be that bad of a performance. I know the last tournament they actually kind of grinded. They were actually first place in the Alcatraz, but it just is what it is, brother. It is what it is as we get ready to go into game number 5. Ladies and gentlemen, remember there is 7 games inside of this tournament. 7 games. We're getting into game number 5. There's only 3 more games, chat. 3 more games as we get ready for game 5. We'll get the MVP totals tallied up and the info given to you guys. Also, if you're watching on short form right now, does it make you guys say said hi? I feel like that's a very Middle Eastern thing.
Here we go.
All of the Middle Easterns always say said hi. Is it like a thing that you click? Mobina, you would know, right? You would know if it's like a thing that is an automatic like said hi when you join a chat if you're from the Middle East. Because I've never seen it before, but I know that one of the countries there does it all the time. It's a YouTube short form thing. I see. It's an automatic thing. Ah, okay, okay. A lot of 4K support over on TikTok, chat. If you're on YouTube, let me know. What team do you want to win this entire thing? There's really only a few that you can choose from now. I would say from 7th to number 1. Have a chance to win it all. Anywhere down below that, from 8th to 10th to the whole way down the leaderboard, I wouldn't say that they've got a chance to win unless they win the last like 3 games. It would really take a lot if you wanted to see these guys win, but we'll hop on board with the 4K Overload roster for now. Still fighting the same team from Latam Prime. A lot of 4 Kings, some Eternities on YouTube. Zenith, Latam Prime, OP Eternity number 1. A lot of people saying Philippines team. A lot of 4Ks on the YouTube short form. Of course, TikTok, you guys just dominate with 4 Kings support. It's never been any different. Every time we host an event, everyone on TikTok loves 4 Kings. Oh, shots going down here. Remy a little bit weak. Smoke bomber has been used here by Holy Father. Tokyo able to take down 1. Let's hop on board with him. Never mind, he's died already. A 9-3v2 situation. 2v3 actually. Holy Father trying to make a play. Not able to do something yet. Holy Father gets knocked. I thought that was a shotgun, but it's actually the CX9 being used by Chamo. He was about to get disqualified for the tournament right there, but luckily enough, it was the CX9. It just kills so damn fast. It's such a fast-firing weapon. Definitely, arguably, one of the best close-range weapons in the game. For sure, but we'll hop on over to 4 Kings main for now. As the 4 Kings Overload are going to keep going on with that stalemate as they've got teammates back in the action. 4 Kings main have nobody around them at all, so we'll see what TSG are up to. They've landed over by Nuclear Plant this time around. And it looks like Leap are in a little bit of a fray right now. I don't know if it's this Leap team. I think it might be the other one. That's Longnick's Leap. But there is another one. Oh dear, Vector, and everyone's already died. Oh my gosh, guys. What is that? Overgrown's the landing spot, it seems like, for a Bull Boss and Ican. Rebar, where does he land? Really, bro? Bro. Yeah. Whatever, bruh. Whatever, bruh. M7, they've landed over by T3 Refinery, it seems like, as well. Not very many teams are over by the zone off of this first zone, but we'll hop on board with that other Leap roster and see where they're at. New Vision City, they've landed here before, and they've landed here again. They did get a couple of kills. It looks like they actually got almost a team wipe here. Holiday might be the last alive of this team. Let's hop on board and see where the other teammates are. Void is closest to him. Holiday's right above him. Looks like MJ's over on the side. This could be a free kill. Shooting the wrong direction. Don't know what that is. And it looks like Void does die. But MJ should come back in and be able to kill the kill unless Holiday turns on him with this LMG. Not looking likely as he's going to fall as well. See you later, alligator. Now quickly hopping back on board to 4 Kings Overload. It looks like Tokyo got knocked and fully eliminated again. Remy thinks he's Winter for some reason. That's definitely not the case. Oh, he decides to just leave his Jackal this time. Doesn't want to take it at all. Bro's actually nerfing Winter by doing that. Is Winter in a Jackal either? No, he is not. He'll probably be able to get one sometime soon, but Extreme 46 have the most kills of any team so far this game with 4 eliminations. Obviously, we just got into it. Still 23 teams left alive. Actually, never mind. It looks like Team Top 25 have got a little bit more kills, being 6 eliminations. 3 on the hands of Zluth. Oh, Marana don't have any eliminations. NSG, disappointing performance this time around for the tournament. There's a medic carrier if they want to pick it up. Yep, pick up the medic carrier. I know you want to, bro, Zluth. Bro. These guys clearly haven't been watching the stream because they've been playing in the tournament, and I don't think they have any friends telling them what needs to be done in terms of using medic, but he still hasn't picked up the medic carrier. And he needs to pick that up if he wants to stand a chance late game.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Oh, OG have lost one of their players here, not looking good, but luckily Rankid's able to take down one of the players from 4K Winter's team. Love to see that, ladies and gentlemen. Love to see that, absolutely. 2 kills on the board. This would have been their best game so far if their 4th player had came through. I think it was Zanpro. Not sure what happened there, ladies and gentlemen, but Zanpro is not in the game. Winter has a Jackal finally, so he's up and at him. 4K Overload has got all of their players back into the action as well, but where's Latam Prime in all of this? They've got 3 eliminations. They've actually rotated away, and it looks like M7 are rotating into them to try and make their name a little bit more known in this tournament. Chamo's gonna get picked up here by Magic. They know that it's only 1 player and it's gonna be Matador. I would argue that he's their best Battle Royale player on the roster. Oh, it's only him. It's gonna be a 2v1 situation here. Matador in a tricky spot. That's gonna be a free kill for them. He does get traded with, and to be honest, I'm not surprised by that whatsoever. His teammates are over on the side as well. Now they're split up. 4 Kings Overload, are you back in Crash Site or have you moved? It looks like Overload has moved off of Crash Site. We'll hop on board with them, see where they're at. Oh, they have indeed used it. RGD used shotgun. I'll be the judge of that. Actually, I'll let Madman be the judge of that, and he'll give me the judge's confirmation or not. If they pick it up and don't use it, I'll give them the pass. But if they pick it up and use it, of course, that's a disqualification of their points for that game. But obviously, you could accidentally pick up a shotgun, chat, so we're not going to really penalize anyone for that situation. Going down over to M7 now. Matador has been killed. He's their best player, in my opinion. Him and King Raf are known as being really good Battle Royale players. But of course, Lag and Battler are very good in their own right. Uh-oh, I hear that. 4K Winter, surely it's you with the Jackal. I don't actually think it is. I think there's another Jackal, is it? It must be him. I don't see any other Jackal being used here. He's targeting somebody else. See you later, alligator. Oh my god, it's OG. That's going to be a quick wipe for him. And it looks like the wipe goes in the favor of the other team instead of on board with Winter. Winter gets knocked as well outside of his Jackal. Unfortunate situation. That team is going to get absolutely cooked. Let's see what Extreme 46. Yeah, picked up, not used, chat. If it's picked up, that's fine. I'm not... You could accidentally pick up a shotgun, chat. We're not going to get on anyone's ass about that. It's just as they use it. Keep in mind, this tournament is a no shotgun showdown with $10,000 on the line, so they are not allowed to get any kills or damage with the shotgun. Looking out of damage, though, you can see Magic getting a ton of it onto Battler and Lag. That's okay. Surely they still have a player left, right? Battler and Lag? They do. It's going to be King Raf, so they're safe for now. They're still inside of this match. They'll top on board with the bull balls and ICANN. These guys have 0 kills in this game. They are playing on high MS, of course, though, which has really not been a problem for them in the past. We've seen how well they did in the Alcatraz tournament with Slayer and Lotex, but now that team is fractured and they're no longer at the 4-man roster that they once were. I would argue that up until this point, they were probably the most dominant team inside of tournaments, but if 4 Kings Main wins another tournament in 2026, we might have to give them the crown as being the most dominant team ever. Especially since they're doing it all in a row. It's kind of like a Michael Jordan performance. Or a Real Madrid performance, I should say. That's what go down. Or a Golden State Warrior performance, because I know the Philippines love the NBA. Kind of like a Golden State Warrior performance, for sure. Shout out to LeBron for beating them in the 2016 finals. LeBron hate will not be tolerated, chat, as the SMRS is being used. See you later, Alligator Lewis. Gaming has been eliminated. Is that the last player on the team of 4K Winter? No, he was able to get a revive, and it looks like Winter could come back here. 2 kills on the board for 4K Overload. We'll hop on to the 4K main team, though, as they are currently in the lead. Madnan has given me an update. RGD did pick up a shotgun accidentally. They have not used it, and in fact they have dropped it, so there's no foul play there. As long as they do not use it or do any damage with the shotgun, it is okay. That's all that matters. TSG, 5 kills inside of this game. Currently we are on, if you just joined the stream, game 5. Game 5, ladies and gentlemen. And TSG are looking like they could win it all. They could be back-to-back champions like 4Kings Main. That would be quite the storyline if TSG wins back-to-back just like 4Kings Main won back-to-back. This is a very aggressive push. That was arguably the worst push I've ever seen happen. Layla comes in, though, and trades with it. Another trade comes through. Oh my gosh, trades on trades on trades, ladies and gentlemen. Magic's pretty weak here. Now they've only got 1 player left in the retaliation. Third party's coming in from Bulbos and ICANN. If I was TSG, I'd get out of this situation as soon as possible, along with Latam Prime. I'd be trying to rotate away. Slash, now in a 1v1 situation against Claude. Ooh, it's a 1v2 situation. He's going to die from this side. Claude takes him down with the Annihilator. Flex is over there as well. Nades are coming out. Could get a nade knock here if landed correctly. Stiller. Oh my god! Push it. No, we can't even push it. The third party comes in from the side. No. They might all die. Oh my gosh, stay alive, please. Stiller, I don't think he has the medic carrier. He does, but he's not able to use it. Secret comes back through the revive flight, but it's all down to Layla to make something happen here. And it looks like the third party's coming in from 4K Winter. There was a third party in there from No Cry. 4K Winter with the fourth party and the Jackal play. Great stuff from him. He's able to take them both down. That should be outside the zone, I would say. But my god, what a nade. But I think that was Stiller there. Have to hop on board and watch where Winter is here. Yep, there you go. The third party was coming in, but Winter stopped it from happening unwittingly. Oh my god. Keeping his friends from the Philippines alive and getting a triple kill while he does it, bro. While he does it. Winter, arguably the most underrated 4K player ever. Just because of his Jackal skill. Can't say the same about his gun skill, man. I mean, we've seen him miss a bunch of shots. But when it comes to Jackal, he's definitely number 1. Extreme 46. They're currently sitting at number 6 with 12 kills. They could guarantee themselves a 40 or a 30 kill win, which would give them 45 points. If they were able to do that, they would skyrocket up to 80 points and be in the running to win this tournament, but they need to win this game if they want to stand a chance. Keep in mind, these guys dominated the qualifiers. Like, when I say dominated, it wasn't even close. There was like a 40-point difference. King Knee's gonna go down here. That brings him with the 13 total kills. Another team's coming over on the side here. Don't know who this is. Can't see their name. It's Marana. This is a team currently in the top 5. They're number 5th with 56 points. If they could take them down, it would help their chances of at least getting in the money. 13 kills so far is a great performance from them this game inside of game number 5. We'll hop on board with top 25. That's their team name, not where they are situated. They've got 8 eliminations, but I want to see what TSG are up to, as they have been in a bad situation for quite a while here. Only 7 eliminations. We did see them pop off last game and they went into 2nd place, only 4 points behind 4Kings Main, but with 7 kills and not all of their teammates left alive this late in the game, it's not looking good, bruv. The last revive flight will come in a couple of minutes, and they need to make sure that all of their teammates are alive for that, because if they don't come in, it's going to be a bad game for them, especially for placement points. Patata's been spotted here. Looks like they're trying to stay alive and go for these tags over on the side of Ross Kid and Magic. Lowtech's getting a couple of kills right here, but I want to stay on board with Secret, as this is the mission that we're currently into. 4Kings Main are up here as well, along with 4K Overload. Everyone's outside of the zone right now because of this medic carrier medic class ability strategy. Hopefully he doesn't get targeted here. Gets back his teammate. Not sure who this one was. Oh, one of the teammates of another team has landed on him. It looks like it's going to be 4K Winter's teammate Pelagro, landing right beside Secret. It doesn't matter anyway because he gets his teammates back through the revive flight, and they're coming back for 9. 4Kings Main are in a tricky situation here as well. They've only got 2 players left alive, but the players are coming back in the revive flight also. Then as we go over to 4Kings Overload, all 4 players alive, but very lackluster performance in terms of kill, if I say so myself. 4Kings Winter dies outside the zone. Unfortunate. I don't think he'll be able to get another Jackal here either, so that's probably going to be the end of 4K Winter's dominant performance for this game. We'll go down over and see what Extreme are up to, though, as they're on 15 total eliminations. This might be a 6-way battle, chat. 6 different teams. If they do really well in this game, there's going to be 6 teams within a 20-point difference from each other, which is really just a 1-game sway. If one team finishes first and another team dies early, 20 points is easy to get. So if these guys can finish this game out strong, get 30 to 40 points off of it, they're going to be in a good solid position to win the tournament as well. This is a team from Latin America. We've talked about Senior J a lot in the past. He is definitely one of the better players inside of the entire game. And with teams like Latin Prime dying outside of the zone, they're going to be losing their points average for the tournament, and that's going to leave Extreme to be able to catch them, to at least get in the money. Maybe not finish first, but at least get in the money if this team from Latam dies as much as they are. Who has Medic? Okay, Chamo's got the Medic. He's going to need to use it right here to help his teammates out. Boom, Medic goes down. That's going to help them out for now. Magic's going to need to get revived here, though, if possible. He's actually not going to go for it. I don't know what their play is here. It's an interesting spot for them to be in. Let's hop on board with TSG, though, as they're in a little bit of a fight here outside of the zone. Oh, they're actually rotating into the zone. They must have already finished that fight. Didn't get to see the kills on the board, though. Seeker's right beside King Knee. And it looks like a lot of people still dying outside the zone because they're sitting... Oh my god, there's no way, Holy Father, guys. Guys, these guys are opting for the super passive approach. Stiller gets a kill onto King Knee. That's going to be great for TSG. But we're going to hop on board with the team that's actually in the zone. I'm going to go and see what Slayer and Zenith Eternity are up to. Lotex gets a knock across the map onto one of the opposing team's jams. They've spotted 2 players right above them. Slayer. Now I could get a kill onto King Raph if he lands the shots. Instead, he's going to go for Ross Kid. Gets the kill there instead. 6 kills on the board for this team. Zenith Eternity, they're arguably the best team from Europe. Going to wrap around and go for the high ground instead. Tempest comes in handy. I don't know who shot that, though. It looks like it's going to be behind them. Let's hop on board with Necro. It seems it could be Patata with the Tempest, and also getting targeted from 4 Kings Overload from the side. Bad position for them to be in. Fund is still alive. He's able to use his self-revive to get back into the action. Remember, they only have 6 kills, so it's not a very high kill performance from them so far, but Tokyo's going to get hit from behind from another SMRS. There's actually a bunch of different teams just barely outside of the zone. Like I said before, Medstrat is going to come in handy. It's going to be the main determining factor of who wins this tournament, especially as things like one-tapping shotguns have been banned in the No Shotgun Showdown $10,000 Battle Royale tournament. They need to rotate in sometime soon. Let's see where the next zone goes. They're really far away from it for now, and it looks like every team is sitting outside of the zone except for 4K Dark Systems, as they're right in the middle of the next zone as this one's about to collapse in. Leaps in here as well. We've also got Team Top 25, I believe, in here too, as they're sitting with 11 kills. I don't think they're in the top 10 though. No, they're currently not in the top 10, so this would only get them into that instead of getting them into like a top 5 position. I would love to see Extreme go a little bit further, because oh my god, 22 kills? Keep in mind, these guys came through the qualifiers. They finished first place out of the qualifiers. 22 kills this early on. This could be a 40 kill win performance if they manage to keep all 4 of their players alive. And now with Holy Father's 4K Overload team pushing in from behind, this could be an easy picking situation for them, as they're all weak outside of the zone. And with Extreme 46 Esports having Medic as well, they could stay outside of the zone with them, take the fight, and eradicate them out of the position that they're currently in. They just need to make sure that they don't get third-partied. There comes the Medic. Not going to go in too early here. 4 King Overload are still behind them as well. Looks like TSG are dying outside the zone, unfortunately. And I don't see them anymore. Let's hop on board to Secra. These guys are actually in second place right now. They only have 8 kills, though, so it's not looking like a terribly good game for them. 4 Kings main are falling off tragically here as well. 4 eliminations so far. Not good. Tom goes down, and now that leaves only 2 players left on the 4 Kings main roster. Unless he gets this revive onto his teammate. Well, the cluster bomb does come in, but it's not able to kill him. He stays alive and fights another day, gets the plates down. That's the only problem with staying outside of the zone, is that the plates go down very, very fast. You start to lose plates before you even know it. TSG right beside the 4 King player known as Ga. Not going to take that fight. Secret lives to survive another day as well. Let's hop on board with Low-Tech, see where they are in this situation. They're looking down onto the board of top 25. These guys finished second place in the qualifiers. They were the best qualifying team from Europe, and now they're against the best team from Europe. SMRS is being used, but not able to land the shot. TSG still dying outside the zone. The medic is going to come in from Zenith Eternity. Don't know about that play, if I do say so myself. These two TSG players are dying outside the zone too fast to know what to do with it. As Secret's still in the zone. Does he have a medic carrier crate? He does not. He's the last player from this team still in the zone. The rest of these guys are so far outside the zone that I don't even think they can make it in. Tokyo last alive for his team. He's using the med strat as well, but let's hop on board with Super Jeff. As shots are going to go down here, he's able to take down one player from this opposing roster. Oh dear, Extreme 46 Esports getting eradicated by one player. Super Jeff from the team. Good job to him. He's going to die outside the zone, but a great performance there from my main man over on Four Kings main. Not sure how many kills they were able to get on the end of that game, but they barely finished in top 10, if even in the top 10. Hopping back on board to Slayer and Zenith Eternity here. Tokyo is sitting outside the zone, but these guys are in a good position. It's down to the last safe zone now. Literally 20 people still alive in the last safe zone here, ladies and gentlemen. Slayer's one of them. They have all 4 players up and at him. SMRS being used to try and take down Negi. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do anything about that, but he does have a good spot inside of the zone here for now. TSG managed to make their way into the zone. This would be a miracle play if they were able to win this game because they were so far outside of the zone earlier on, but I think this is going to go in the way of Zenith Eternity, and I think they're going to go back into the #1 spot based off this performance. 13 kills on the board is a really good situation for them to be in, especially since they're central zone. It looks like they have complete control, and the med strategies are going to die off, and they'll finish in the first place position. This is the reason why you want to have all 4 players of your team alive in the late game. Secret trying to make something happen, but it's not going to be likely. It's a 4v1 situation. Secret going to die outside of the zone or get killed by one of the players. Oh, he's going outside of the zone and trying to die. There it goes. Not giving the kill to Eternity to give them an extra point. Instead, dying outside of the zone and making sure they can't get it. Good performance there from Zenith Eternity. I think they got middle teens amount of kills, which is going to give them about 30 points. And with the per performance from Four Kings main and TSG doing okay, I think they're going to go back up into leader contention battles with Four Kings main and TSG based off that performance. Let's hop on over to the leaderboards and check out these kills. 15 kills in a first place finish is going to give them those 30 points. That's going to bring them up to 96 total. However, TSG got 12 kills in a second place. That's going to be 22 total points, which is going to bring them up to 93. So Zenith Eternity, in my opinion, are going to be first place. Four Kings fell off quite significantly there. I think they died a little bit too early. They died in 10th place with only 4 points for kills. That's going to be 5 points total. They're going to be at 80. So they've lost their lead completely here, and now they're going to be about 16 points behind Zenith Eternity. As we go further down the leaderboards, we'll check out where everyone is in contention. We can see Latam Prime finished in 6th place. They got a ton of kills as well. That's going to be a 13 kill performance with 6th place. They're going to be in a decent running to catch up to Four Kings main. Whether they will be able to win is a completely different situation. But we'll go down the leaderboard and we'll see where Extreme 46 Esports finished that game because they did so well. The only problem is they died early, finishing with 27 kills but no placement points, man. That's what I'm saying. 27 kills. Imagine if they had finished first. Finished first with a med strat or something. Finished second with a med strat. They would have got 27 kills in a second place position. That would have been 10 extra points. If someone from their team had just stayed outside of the zone, they would have helped themselves greatly there, getting a 37 kill or a 37 point performance. Instead, they're getting a 27 point performance. Still a good game from them. That's going to bring them up to about 72, but they're still going to be quite far behind the leaders in terms of total points. As you go down the list, you can see where everyone else stayed or got slayed in the last game. That was game number 5, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 5. OP got a couple of kills right there, but it was really just down to Rankid to make something happen. So nothing really going good in his way. We're hoping to see them perform a little bit better. If I was going to be honest, I would say they should just go for the med strat. Pick up the medic carrier, pick up the medic class ability, and stay outside the zone and play for placement. At least people will go and watch their stream, because the longer you survive in these games, the more and more traction your stream actually gets. I don't know if you guys being, the community understand this, but see, anytime one of these players make it into the end game or they win a game, everyone runs and flushes into their stream to either congratulate them or talk trash to them. It's a pretty common experience. So I know that OG wants, a little bit of viewership. So if I was them, I would stay alive for as long as possible outside the zone. That would be my strat, especially if they can't hang with the mechanical skill right now. It's weird because they've done well in the past, but for whatever reason, this time is not as good. Not as good at all. No more high MS. Check Ferg's pinned TikTok. Absolutely, Tanzanite. You can go and check my my pinned TikTok if you want to fix your high MS situation, ladies and gentlemen. It's literally my pinned TikTok. If you're interested in that, you're more than welcome to do so. It was actually a sponsor we had, but this tournament's sponsored by Call of Duty Mobile, nonetheless. Good stuff there from Zenith Eternity. I hope to see them finish what would be the most dominant reign we've ever seen from the Philippines, but whether that will be the case or not is definitely up in the air. Also, interestingly enough, I heard that people couldn't scan Winter's team's tag last game. There's nothing we can do about that, unfortunately. I'm not sure how that happened, but I mean, condolences to Winter for not being able to get his scan for his tag back in there. That was crazy. I've never seen anything like that happen, but it's just an unfortunate situation. All right, getting ready to go into the 6th game. We're getting the scoreboards updated in just a moment, waiting for them to be sent to me from the team. They should be sent at any time, at any moment, chat. But yet again, based off where the teams currently stand, chat, let me know in the chat whether you're on TikTok or YouTube where you think everyone is going to finish in this tournament. And of course, who you think is going to win it. I already know TikTok is going to say 4 Kings. But YouTube, what are you guys going to say? What are you guys going to say? It's a rare bug, but it's been there forever. Interesting, Ham Croissant. Now, you see, we have had Jackals banned in the past, but we do not ban Jackals anymore because we feel like it just adds an element of depth to the game that you have to keep out of, I guess, open areas in the early game. It adds a level of competitiveness that I really enjoy. Unfortunately, somebody leaked the password, by the way, chat, which is why we haven't started the game yet. It's a rare occurrence. It usually happens once every, like, 5 games, but it looks like everyone's in who wants to be in, and we're going to get into game number 6. So YouTube is saying they want Eternity Zenith to win. A lot of Zenith Eternities in the YouTube chat. I'm not going to speak Iranian, brother. I speak English here. Why would I speak one country's language when I can appease the masses by speaking English? 4K main, a lot of 4K mains in YouTube chat as well. A lot of Zenith Eternity and 4K mains. It seems like there are the fan favorites over on YouTube as well, along with a couple of TSGs in there. But when it comes to TikTok, it's usually 4 Kings main on the tippity top, but I'm seeing some in Zenith as well. Either way, chat, we're going to update the scoreboard for you guys as we get into game number 6. The scoreboard that you're going to see on your screen will be after game number 5, and it is getting in to be a close tournament, ladies and gentlemen. It's quite the close tournament, if I do say so myself. There we go. We'll pop that up on your screen. 96 points and 93 points for first and second. We've got 4 Kings main dropping off significantly there with 80 points. Latam Prime with 74 and Extreme 46 for the first time in the tournament. They are up into 5th place position. Marana, as usual, are not consistent enough to stay in the top 5. They did finish first game in first place, but since then they've only basically doubled their points after 5 games. So that's not a good performance from them, if I do say so myself. Mix and Match are actually further up the leaderboards now than I expected. 4 Kings Overload struggling to keep on to the top 10 position, and then we've got a Bull Boz and Iken's team in at number 9 spot. We got No Cry in there from Latin America as well. Other than Latam Prime,
First blood.
I feel like Marana has let down that entire region. I really thought that they would do good this time, but like I said last tournament, they always are inconsistent inside of these events. But definitely a close tournament so far, and we're going to hop on board with 4K Overload, see what they're up to. Not in a fight, they've actually landed somewhere else, so we'll hop on to Super Jeff's 4K main team. They're also free inside of Ski Town, so we'll check out Dark Systems too. They're over by Docks, and they're going to be fighting against a Middle Eastern team captained by Rebar. Renzu and Fright last alive on the roster. Not up to much for now. It looks like Wagner's decided to kill the Butcher because he can't get any kills on real players, I guess, this tournament. Mods, ban me for being rude. Holy chat. Zenith Eternity over by Dormitory, and it seems like TSG again landing on nuclear plants. So all of the best teams in the regions are on their own preferred spots, uncontested. It feels like I don't think anyone's contested anyone else. As you can see, Latam Prime didn't get contested here this time around because 4 Kings Overload decided to land over by Military Research Institute. So all of the best teams inside of this tournament are not fighting each other off the drop, which is good. It's going to make for a good end game. It is round 6 out of 7, chat. 6-7. 6-7 indeed. Checking out a Bull Boss's team. They've landed overgrown. Again, no top team is fighting each other at the start of this tournament for game number 6. Start of this match, I should say, for game number 6. Oh, somebody's fighting them. I think that's Rebar's team. It is Rebar's team. These guys are, of course, not a top team, so it doesn't really affect the standings so much, but they could grief somebody else. Definitely could grief another team. Let's open up the map and see where everyone's situated. So we got a team that landed in Harbor. Like I said before, nobody was landing Harbor. I think these guys kind of figured that out, and they've landed Harbor themselves. Then we've also got Extreme 46. They're taking control of Black Market. Nobody's in Radar Base. Then we've got NSG, along with Vector's team, fighting over on the bottom of the map. Surprisingly enough, let me hop onto NSG and see if they're doing anything to these guys. They have been spotted over right in front of them. Dagon's able to take down one, being Bax, but there's still a couple of players up and alive here. Geek Panda probably gonna get killed here. Never mind. Oh my god, turns on him. That's a terrible performance from him. Oh, dearie me. NSG, what were you doing? Flexi last alive. He's the ringleader for the team. He's got the most followers on TikTok. I think he's about 67,000. Haven't checked him out in a while, though, so I could be wrong there. He actually also covers the tournaments after they're finished and gives his honest opinion on them. Whether it's due to team performances or just what has happened in the event. It looks like a third party's coming in here from above. It's going to be top 25 landing on this team. Flixie's been spotted. He's going to get killed instantly here. See you later. Not really too much he could do in that situation. Senior J takes down another. On a different fight. For some reason, I thought Senior J was playing with Loading there. I'm so used to Senior J and Loading being friends. I thought they were in the same team, but they're not. He's an Extreme 46. Either way, that team got absolutely cooked. And speaking of Senior J, I guess it's time for us to go over and check what's going on with him. Where are you, brother? There you are. Not sure who he was fighting here, but it looks like they destroyed them. Only 2 teams eliminated as we head into the middle of the game, as the first zone is going to close in here. Not very many teams in the middle of the zone either. Again, everyone's opting for more of a med strat approach. So far, I'm not against it. I'm not against the med strat, chat, whatsoever. I kind of like it. It's something different. Oh dear. It looks like OG are also dying to Winter, but he's been taken out from the sky finally. And he's going to get revived. He's going to be back into the action. Pelagro's teaming up with him in the Jackal. It seems like if one of them get out of the Jackal in time, the other one can revive them, so they never actually die. Which is a good strat, to be honest. I haven't seen any other Jackal team use that strat. These guys have 6 kills on the board, but I want to go and watch some of the teams that are closer to the top of the leaderboard. So we'll hand honor over to 4 Kings Me, and thanks everyone for following the stream. Appreciate you guys following and subscribing. Okay. These guys have not got any kills. Again, they always seem to have slow starts because of where they land. And by the time they go to Outpost, the team that lands in Outpost is usually rotated away from it by that point. And this time around, I don't think anyone went Outpost. The team closest to them would be TSG or the African team over to their side. Very slow start here, chat, from a bunch of different teams. Yeah, Rashri, keep that up. Keep that up, Rashri, for the Tiki Talkerton. Our TikTok chat, if you want to go check it out. I haven't actually posted in a while. I haven't posted since I posted our recent sponsor. All of the top teams are still alive, chat, so this could go either way depending on who gets the kills and placement going into the late game. Not too sure where it's going to go, to be honest, as a lot of different players are very close with their team on taking the #1 spot. I want to see what TSG's up to, though, as they're currently 2nd. They're about to hand out a little fight over to Rebar. They've spotted him, but I don't know if they'll go for him. Ooh, they are oh, no? Playing passive, I see. There's a car behind them as well. That's a little bit worse of a fight to take, if you ask me. That's a Latam Prime team primed and ready for action. They're going to hop out of their car right here. Smoke Bomber goes down. It looks like they're going for the push straight off the bat. Rewind gets used, so Secret doesn't able to get confirmed that kill. Stiller's going to go down here to Chamo. And now these guys know that this is a really good team they're fighting against, so honestly, I wouldn't take that fight. Slash goes down as well. They've only killed one of their players, and they've lost 2 so far. The self-revives could come in, and it could be Havoc for Secret. Layla's over on the side here. This is not a good fight to tag. Oh, and this is not good at all. Stiller's able to take down Chamo, get the full kill, but Layla's coming in from behind here, able to take Magic down a peg in total health, but not get the knock. Stiller's coming in as well. Slash, the only player that's been fully killed. There's a guy there that's getting revived as well. They could take him down and get the full kill on him. Not able to happen. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Good support from TSG. Their teammates coming back, and they're able to win this fight so far with Magic and Patata being the last two alive on the team. Very, very good team fight there from TSG. Surprisingly, they were able to win that. I thought they were going to lose it at the start there because they really didn't start off too strong. But that's the second place team able to get a couple of kills right here. The top on board to see where Four Kings Mean are and all of this. They're nowhere near any other team, so I'm actually going to go back and watch Stiller because he might take the fight. Along with Secret and Layla on the player known as Patata. He's right on top. You can see him looking down. Oh dear, he's got a Tempest in hand. That's not going to be good. He does get hit there, however, with a nade. Almost gets full killed or knocked right there as well from the second nade. It seems like TSG and the Filipinos are the best naders when it comes to tournament nades. These guys only have one kill. Keep in mind, Latam Prime is top 4, and they're currently fighting against the number 2 team inside of the tournament. It looks like the fight has been disengaged. TSG get back all of their players and a bunch of loot to go with it. So they're in a good spot here for now. They will actually be right behind Zenith Eternity, so we'll hop on board with them and see where they are in the map. All 4 of them inside of the car. Hopefully they don't get triple SMRS or FH Jade. I don't actually know where Holy Father's team's at, so let's check them out as Zenith Eternity are not fighting anyone. Hey, don't tell me you guys are going to wait for Winter to try and get that Jackal. Please don't tell me you guys are waiting for him to land on there and you're just going to kill him. That's some Filipino on Filipino disgraceful action, if you ask me. Looks like they're playing slow again, though. They definitely don't want to go into the zone early. They're trying to stay alive for as long as possible. I think they understand that the longer they stay alive, the more viewers come to their streams. So in my opinion, they're just going to stay alive for as long as they can. They don't need to go in and rush anywhere just yet. They're still, I believe, in the top 10. Yeah, they're currently 10th after game 5. We're currently in game 6. Next game will be 7. 6, 7, indeed. Senior J's in a little bit of a fight here. These guys did a lot of kill damage last game. Unfortunately, they died very early on. They're able to take down Kidlat. A couple of players still alive. Wagner's been knocked as well. It's now a 2v4 situation with Baxa and one more player on the team, Hasbull. Oh, Hasbun dies, and I think it's just going to be a 1v4. It's going to go in the way of Extreme with 11 total eliminations. These guys are on quite the comeback here. Keep in mind, they weren't even close to winning this tournament just last game. Now they're top 5. They have 11 kills in game 6. They're going to be sitting at 83 points. They've definitely caught up with Four Kings Mean based off this game. So they're currently sitting in 3rd place. I think after game 4, yeah, they were only on 45 points. So they are rushing up this leaderboard. And they actually, if they continue to play with such fury, such aggression, such high kills, they could actually get themselves the whole way up to number 1. And if they do win this tournament, that would be the first time a qualifying team has ever won an event. It's never happened before, ladies and gentlemen. They could be the first, especially with teams like Zenith Eternity dying so early on. Either way, chat, let's give you a little bit of an update as you can watch Super Jeff and Four Kings Mean get into this fight on the MVP list. Currently sitting in number 1 spot off the MVP list is Slayer with 46 total points. Layla's second with 42. Fund has 41. Lotex has 38. Necro has 37. Super Jeff has 36. Zekra has 36. 32 from Tom Pips, and 32 from Winter. Four Kings Mean have all 4 of their players left alive, but this is going to be a tricky fight for them to take. They're playing against a good team here. Speaking of another good team, I see Holy Father in a little bit of an action here against OG. Are they able to take down the entire roster, or just one? That's the question. He was able to take down one with an SMRS, getting him knocked, but OG are kind of split here, so I don't think they're going to be able to do much. Tokyo's a little bit further up. They're going to be fighting a Bull Balls and Ican here right in front of us. A little 4v4 situation. Yes, it is. Flex is right in front of them. And we got Fury 4th. We got Fury CJ, which is a Bull Balls and Ican. Arguably the best duo from the Middle East, and they've been the best duo from the Middle East for a long time. Tokyo's going to die outside of the zone here. Also, Holy Father gets knocked as well. Now they're all down to 1 player. It's going to be a Rinka to make something happen. Unfortunately for them, they've lost their med strap player. That's not good, chat. That's not good at all. These guys might die outside this zone as the zone is collapsing in. Ooh, he's far away from it. He needs to get out of this situation. Rika needs to run. Remember, there's no one-tap shotgun. They're gonna die here. There's no way they make it out of here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There's no way, Rinka. There's a guy right in front of you as well. Oh, dearie me. It's gonna be over for you, bro. There's no way, Rinka. Oh. And 4K Overload are out of game number 6. They've got one more game to stay in the top 10. Can they do it? I'm not sure. Let's hop on board the Super Jeff's 4K main team. These guys recently picked up G for their roster, and ever since then, they've arguably been the most dominant team inside of the tournaments, especially for the 2026 season, winning the most tournaments of any singular team. 5 kills on the board would bring them up quite a lot in points, and they would be up to 85, so they won't be second or first. They'll still be in third. However, they may get caught up on by Extreme 46.
Enemy down.
Wow, what an SMRS right across the map, able to take down Magic and get the full kill on him instantly. There's Patata also getting knocked, and it looks like Tom's went in there straight away for an early aggression push. Love to see that. Ross Kid still alive here on the further back area of docks. Tom tried to go for a little bit of a pre-fire right there, but there's nobody camping in that corner. 7 total eliminations for 4 Kings. They're coming back a little bit better this time around. They had a disappointing game 5, but in game 6, they're doing a little bit better. Necro last alive for his team. Low-Tech Slayer, Fund, and him having a little bit more of a disappointing game this time around. These guys are usually pretty consistent, but if he dies right now, they are screwed. Only 3 kills. They're currently sitting at the number 1 spot. They're on 99 points based off this kill total. He's going to go outside the zone instead. I'm not sure if he got any of the tags back at all. There might be no tags collected here, chat. We'll have to wait and see. And it looks like the team from Latin America, Extreme, have also lost all of their players except for Kust. I'm not sure if any of those guys are back in the action either. He needs to go for the med strat, and unfortunately, he doesn't have it. He does not have the med strat. He's using the other... He's actually using a class ability called Tactical Mirror, which is relatively new. And I mean, bro, I'm surprised he's still using that. I'm surprised he's still using that, bro. He's able to get back one of his teammates, thankfully. Oh! All 3 of his teammates' tags are there.
Scanned successfully.
This is gonna mean something, chat. This is gonna mean something for sure. This will really help them out. Right now in the leaderboards, chat, I must say, TSG would be in the lead if Layla went outside of the zone with Medic and Medic Carrier in one of the earlier games. They would have got 5 more points, and that would have put them up into the lead. But right now, they're sitting in 2nd place position, and Zenith Eternity are currently in 1st place. They do have 3 of their players alive. Layla is dead, but they should be able to get that person back in the revive flight. And look, they spotted a Khazad from across the way. But let's get on to some of the teams that are actually in some fights here. I see Bolivia is on to a little bit of a fight, and these guys are oh, never mind, it wasn't Bolivia, it must have been his teammate on a little bit of a fight here. In between multiple different teams, SMRS is being used. They should go into the tower though. If they go into the tower, they'll be safe for a little bit longer. Much love, Doriti. Thank you very much, brother. Rotating over down to the building. That's another good spot to go in, but it looks like they're going to be going and fighting against the actual number 1 team, which is not good. Speaking of good though, we got Tom on our screens. They were able to take down a couple of kills here. 10 total on the board. This should put them back in the running to finish in 1st. They need to make sure that they don't die to TSG, and they're right above them right now. And it's going to go down here from Tom. They know if they get the kills on the TSG that it would make a big difference in the current standings. Slash has been spotted. He rewinds back. Tom doesn't want to take that fight. I would argue that Tom's probably the best rewinder inside of Battle Royale tournaments. Snowboard being used to get himself out of that situation. Doesn't want to take it, but they are getting third party from behind. So let's see what the third party is happening. It's going to be from top 25. That's their team name, not the position. And the nade comes through. Andrew's able to get the kill onto Slash. Not even sure if there's another revive flight. I don't think there is, ladies and gentlemen. So that should be all she wrote for him. Third party comes in again from 4K. Let's hop on board with Super Jeff and Tom. Tom's the most aggressive 4K player in the world. Shots go down. He's going to get killed from the side from a different 4K player. Sorry. Not from a different 4K player, sorry. But as a 4K player. I believe it was another player from TSG. Was able to absolutely dominate him. But it looks like he's died or rotated now in towards where his team are. 4 Kings Dark System have all 4 of their players up and alive. Looks like they're all taking different corners of this current warehouse. Interesting, to say the least. The endgame's going to be in pipeline. That means there's going to be a lot of people in this endgame. Still 36 people up and alive. We'll go down and see what Slayer and Lotex have to say about this. Multiple teams in the same warehouse is what's going to happen here, chat, as long as they don't get too aggressive. Then it's going to come down to Medic and Medic Carrier for the shields to really help them out. There's a couple of people shooting outside of the zone, but I'm not sure where they are. And I'm not sure who it is. Oh, Africa gets kicked out outside of the zone there. Kingney and Lila dying. Oh, dearie me. Another player goes down and it's going to be Slayer. They're not going to be able to revive him. And that's going to be their old teammates targeting them from the above. Oh, dear. Zenith may go down here. They're our current leaders. Lotex falls early. Not even a top 10 performance if Fun dies right here, ladies and gentlemen. Only 3 kills on the board, and it looks like they're pushing them in from the side. Shockwave goes down. Oh my gosh. This is going to be the closest tournament we've ever had, as Zenith are out. 99 point total. Going into game 7. They are eliminated from game 6. TSG still alive for now, though. They're right behind them. They have 8 kills on the board, but they only have 2 players alive. If they die early as well, they are dying early. That's exactly what's happening. Layla, though, could go for the med strat here. Has the medic plate carrier. Should go outside of the zone here. Like I said before, they should have 5 more points if they listen to me, but of course they don't have my mic on, so they have no idea what kind of tips and tricks I am given to them as the host. But this person needs to stay outside of the zone and guarantee them some points. Even now, they should be outside of the zone. They should not be sitting in the zone, especially with Medic and Medic Carrier, if they're just trying to get themselves a couple of points here for placement. However, if he does this right and is able to stay alive for even longer in the zone, it means he can stay alive for outside the zone further later in the game. Let's hop on board to another team that's contending for the #1 spot. However, we've got 4 Kings, me, and 11 kills on the board. It's going to put them up the leaderboard again. They're going to be right behind the top 2 teams, being TSG and 4 Kings. Also in contention here, we can see the Extreme 46, even though they lost 3 of their players earlier in the game, they're all 4 alive with 13 kills. One of the players from this African team are going to go through the front door, not able to go through it just yet. Shots go down, easy pickings. That's going to be 1 kill. Can he get the second? Kust struggling to stay alive. He does have plates, but now we're down to the final zone here, ladies and gentlemen. We still have 20 people alive, now down to 17. A lot of people are going to start dying outside of the zone. There goes Layla. That should be a 6th place performance or a 7th, getting a couple of kills, or a couple of placement points, I should say. Should have got more, though. Should have went outside of the zone, like I said. Always listen to iFerg, ladies and gentlemen. But now the story's on Extreme here, as they are still alive. They have 3 players up and at him. It looks like they've lost Senior J, their best fragger. There's 1 player up on top of them. But if they were able to stay alive right here, they'll come right beside all of the other teams that are up for contention to be able to win the entire tournament. Who has that above them? That's the question. Oh, it's King Raph. That's going to be a player from M7 using the Manta Ray skin. Love to see it. Kust falls to him, unfortunately. Balor's coming into the zone. He does have Medic, I would assume, staying outside for that long. Let's hop on board with a team that I think could win this game with 21 total eliminations. They're from the Middle East. It's going to be a Bull Balls and Icans roster. Team number 9, known as Fury K9. With 3 players left alive, and the zone collapsing in on the final zone. This could be all it takes to put them inside of the money. Balor's going to go down here again, and it's all for them to win it. Now in a 3v3 situation, I would love to see Extreme win this because they're up for contention to win the entire tournament. But either way, it looks like it's going to go for the other roster, and they're going to finish in 2nd place with 14 kills. The winners will be a Bull Boss and Icans roster, Fury K9. Well played to them. 25 total eliminations. They were sitting with 44 points going into that game. Now with winning that game plus the 25 kills, they're going to almost double their score with an extra 40, which is going to bring them up to 84 points. That means that we're going to have 6 teams on 80 plus points. There's going to be 6 different teams on 80 plus points, chat. Which is really crazy going into the final round. That means that any of those 6 teams could essentially win. Let's see what TSG were up to right there. We need to pull up the scoreboard. They were able to get a couple of kills, but they finished in 6th. 6th with 8 kills. I'm going to pull up the rules on the main YouTube broadcast and see how many points you get for 6th place. That's going to be 3 points for 6-7, which is going to give them about 11 total points, which will bring them up to 104. They're going to be in the lead, I think, with 104, unless 4 Kings Mayan did anything to stop that. Don't think that's likely. They got 2 points for placement. They got 11. That's 13 points as well. They're going to be a little bit further behind here, so it looks like everyone's really close now. When we go and talk about Latam Prime as well, We'll see where they're situated on the leaderboard. They might be the only team that's not on 80. Yeah, they're not. So there's not going to be 6 teams on 80. There's going to be 5 teams on 80 points, as they're going to be on 79 points based off their performance. But going down the list, this is going to switch up things dramatically, especially as second place with 14 points is going to give them 24. They'll go up to about 96 points. So it's going to be Zenith Eternity, TSG Rigid, 4 Kings Main, and Extreme 46 Esports, all within about 10 points of each other in the final game. That's never happened before. We've never had a 4-way tie. It's starting to feel like Cars 1. If you've never watched that movie, you need to watch it. My favorite childhood movie. Arguably one of the best movies of all time. But if you'll entertain me, in the first race at the start of that movie, Lightning McQueen put his tongue out to tie with Chick Hicks and the King. And that feels exactly what's happening right here. After the first 6 games, it's almost a tie in terms of points. If one of these teams dies early on in this next game, they're not winning. Somebody else is going to take them off. And that goes for anyone in that top 4. Any single team in the top 4 can win this tournament. We're talking about teams from Latin America. We're talking about a team from Europe. And then 2 teams from the Philippines in the top 4, chat. This is the closest it has ever been inside of a tournament. And we're, of course, playing the No Shotgun Showdown for $10,000, chat. It's never been this close between any of these teams, ladies and gentlemen. It just has never happened in the history of our tournaments. We're going to get the scoreboard up on the screen as soon as we possibly can. Oh, yeah. A lot of people are watching our tournament on the TV. So if you're watching on the TV on the YouTube, make sure to say hi. Go into your phone and say hi for us if you're watching on the TV right now, and say who you think is going to win as we get into game number 7, the final game. The scoreboard will be updated as soon as I am sent it, chat, but it is going to be close, especially if teams are sitting at 86 plus points. If they're within 20 points of each other, all it takes is one unfortunate death at the start of the game, and everything is up for grabs. The team currently in the lead, I believe, will be TSG. And then we got Zenith Eternity in there. 4 Kings Main will be right beside them. The wild card here is Extreme 46, as they've just went in to being high on the leaderboards in these last couple of games. So those guys are coming in out of nowhere the last 3 games that we have played. They could definitely come in and win it all from Latin America. But I would say the likelihood is it will go in favor of the Philippines, but we'll have to wait and see, won't we? If you're watch partying, make sure to follow all the watch parties, chat. If you're watching anyone at home checking out the stream, of course, follow all the people competing. And if you want to gift, make sure to gift the competitors or the watch partiers as well, chat. I'm sure they'll really, really appreciate it. But yeah, waiting for the scoreboard now. As soon as we get it, we'll update it over on your screen. Let's see where everyone is landing. It looks like, ooh, it looks like Zluth is dying instantly here. These guys are not up for contention to win, however, but let's check it out. They've landed over by Downtown. Shot's going to go down onto Vector's teammate, Pubring.
Dog tags have been scanned.
Not able to see anything just yet.
Your teammate will return to the battle when the next revive flight arrives.
Ooh, SMRS comes down, but it misses. Odin's being used. Easy kill for loading. These guys were doing okay, but they've kind of fallen off towards the end of this tournament. Disappointing plays coming through from them. They just weren't able to be consistent enough inside of the tournament. Another teammate of Vector goes down. That's going to be Pubring. Let's hop on board with the teams that could win it all. See what 4K are up to right now. 4K Main. Nobody's landed beside them. They're going to go to Ski Town. 4K Overload in a little bit of a fight here, so we'll hop on board with them. It's going to be them versus OG. The Game 6 performances have been sent to me, chat. I'm going to get them updated on your screen, as YouTube gets it first and TikTok is going to get it second. It is extremely close, chat. It is extremely close. 4K Overload knows that there's a couple of teams around here, but they haven't got any of the kills just yet. And I feel like that's gotta be Winter inside of the sky. It is Winter in the sky, trying to take down the players from above. He's quite the jackal player, if I do say so myself. Let's hop on board with the team that has barely made it into contention this time around. As you can see, the top 5 teams, chat, are within 20 points of each other. Not only that, the top 6-7 teams are within, what, 25 points? It's never been this close. It never has been this close in one of these tournaments. It's usually like a couple of regions will stand alone, or even one region will stay on the top, but this is a battle between everyone. You know, we've got players from Middle East, we've got players from Europe, we've got players from Latin America, we've got players from Philippines, all battling it out to win this tournament, chat. It's never, ever been this close. And it's all going to come down to this final game, ladies and gentlemen, as TSG are still alive, but 0 kills on the board for now. Same with Zenith Eternity. 4 Kings Men also have 0 kills, so it's looking like our top 4 teams are not in any sort of action at the start of this game. All top 4 of them have 0 eliminations. However, we'll have to check out our 5th place team. They also have 0 eliminations. Speaking of good players, though, Slayer is our current MVP for this tournament with 46 MVP points. Layla's got 45. Fund has 43. Senior J has 43. Super Jeff has 40. Pavas has 40. Lotex has 38. Necro has 38. And Secra has 30, along with Tom Pips being 10th with 37 total MVP points added to their tally total. Remember, we will update those on my TikTok story after the stream, showcasing the MVP of the tournament, and also we'll give you a little update after this stream as well of where everyone's currently located. Thank you very much, Lazraz. Appreciate you, bro. Much love, my man. Much love indeed, brother. Holy Father getting 2 kills. What the helly? Oh, they're on 6 eliminations. They're the top fragger for this game, chat. Let's go. They're not in the top 10 anymore, but they're close. If they finish well this game, they could go back into the top 10, but I don't know if they'll be able to get into the money whatsoever. Like I said, chat, look at this. No kills. Wait, let's do it from number 1 the whole way down. Number 1, TSG. No kills. Number 2, that's going to be Zenith. No kills. Number 3, that's going to be Extreme. No kills. Number 4, 4 Kings Men. No kills. Number 5, Fury. No kills. None of them have any kills. All of them are playing for late game.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Top on to Zenith. They're probably the furthest away from any other team. Look, it's them and Super Jeff's 4 Kings main team right beside each other. These guys are right alongside each other on the leaderboards. I would argue that they shouldn't take a fight, but I tell you who is fighting. Finally, the first kill from a top 5 team. It's coming through. Shots go down, able to take down another. There goes Ross Kid, but there's another player down and around them. It's going to be Magic. Is he going to be able to do anything here? It's a little bit of Latam on Latam action. Camo still alive along with Magic. Patata's getting out of this situation entirely. He doesn't want to take this fight. Pavas is in and around Chamo. He's going to go down here. See you later, Alligator. 3 kills on the board for the team that has made their way into the rankings over the last 3 games. That brings them up to the total of 96 points. That puts them in 3rd place. Actually, they're even higher than that. I confused them with Fury K9. They're even further up the leaderboard. They might even go into 1st place. But for now, they're up to 2nd. They just need 1 more kill to get it. 1 more kill onto Hasbun, and they will confirm that. There it is. There you go. Extreme. They've made their way from 6th and 7th all the way up to 2nd place, passing Slayer's team. Good for them. They're now sitting with 100 total points. Let's hop on board with a different team, though. Tokyo's last alive on 4K Overload. That's not looking too good, bruv. Surely he can get his teammates' tags back. Oh, well, fingers crossed for that. 4 Kings Men playing a little bit too passive. This is a situation where you're not sure whether you should play passive or risk it. Because if you're looking at the leaderboard, you can see how close everyone is to winning this tournament. It's within 20 points of every team in the top 5, and it's within 24 points, 25 points of every team in the top 7. Usually, we're used to seeing the top 2 be about 25 points ahead of like number 3. But bro, we've got 7 teams within 25 points of each other. That is ridiculous.
Airdrop has been delivered.
NSG in a little bit of a fight there. No need to watch them. No, I need to keep in track with the teams that are on the leaderboard. Oh, dearie me. Here comes a big fight. It's TSG, our current number 1s against our current number 5s on the leaderboard. Layla able to take down one of them. We'll hop on board with that. There we come. Seeker's able to take down another. Now, Fury in a bad spot here. Only 1 player left alive. They might lose their top 5. rankings, and honestly, I think that because of the way they're playing right now, they're not going to be able to finish #1. This might be all she wrote for a Bull Balls and ICANN. They came back pretty strong in this tournament, but I don't think they have what it takes, unfortunately. iFlex gets out of there for now. First 3 kills go to TSG. That brings them up to 107 points, ladies and gentlemen, but it's still up for grabs here, as 4 Kings main are only about 17 points behind, if even that much. Actually, they're 14 points behind. We've also got Extreme 46 getting a bunch of frags. They've got 4 total eliminations as well. That's them on 100 points. The only team yet to do anything so far is Slayer's roster. They have 0 eliminations so far. They're going to need to play a little bit more aggressive here if they want to stand a chance of even winning this tournament. A lot of Extreme 46 fans on the YouTube stream. I know those guys love them. You guys watching the TV. I'm actually going to check the stats of what percentage of people watch on the TV nowadays, because I know on YouTube it's a lot for our long form stream, whereas TikTok, it's utter spam in the chat. We'll hop on over to Slayer's team, see where they're located. They're moving into the zone now. Have they spotted a team in front of them? No, they haven't, but they are getting FHJ'd outside of that helicopter. They need to get out of it, and they all go. It looks like M7 are in a little bit of a fight there as well, but let's see what Flex is up to. He's staying outside of the zone. He doesn't have a medic to use, but he does have medic plate. Now, for the first time, we're seeing 4 Kings main make a little bit of a push here. Shots are going to go down. Super Jeff's going to be able to take down 1. Another player does fall, and they're up to 4 kills instantly. 4 Kings main definitely have what it takes to be able to win this tournament. If they win it, they're going to win 3 tournaments of the last 4. However, their main competitors right now are their comrades from the Philippines, being TSG, as they're trying to go back-to-back champs and essentially be on the same position as 4 Kings main when it comes to total tournaments won for the 2026 Battle Royale League season. We'll go down again. You can see Lotex was able to pick off 1, but these guys are struggling here. They're going behind. They're losing their ground. They're losing their footing. This is game number 7, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 7.
The safe zone is collapsing.
Flex outside of the zone here is able to get back one of his teammates' tags. Not sure if he's going to get back all of them, though. I think he might end up losing a couple of them. Uses a smoke bomber to run into the zone. Snowboard being used as well. Nice. Gets the 2nd. And there we go, gets the 3rd. So they're all going to be coming back through the revive flight. Tokyo's outside of the zone, funnily enough, here. He doesn't have anything to heal himself up with. All he can do is use a rewind to get 10 HP. I don't think that's going to really work for him. Still only 1 kill here from the gamers. Disappointing, if I do say so myself. Tokyo dead outside the zone along with Flex. To be honest, I expected Flex to die. Let's hop on board with 4 Kings main. They've got 4 limbs. They're setting themselves up for middle of zone, it seems like. Yeah, close enough to middle. Close enough. Remy's actually in a Jackal as well, so they don't want to be outside in the open at all. If they're going to be outside in the open, they want to have at least a massive boulder or rock to be able to rotate around when Remy comes down with that Jackal. Speaking of Jackals, haven't seen Winter. I think he's already dead for this game, chat, so that's going to be all she wrote for them.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Interesting position. I don't know if that's the play here. Oh dear, this is going to be a big fight, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it is. 4 Kings against the team known as Extreme 46. Able to get a knock here instantly from Super Jeff. What a great SMRS play. Bavas is now right in front of him. He's going to use the smoke bomber. Spots the guy over to the left. It's going to be Bavas. Oh my god. Tempest goes down. Are they able to get a landed shot? Yes, he is. Senior gets knocked again. But bro, Super Jeff is still weak. Trying to ship Bavas through the smoke. Bolivia's weak as well on the other side of the teams. Let's hop on board and see where Tom is. What the hell? Giz still alive though. He still has something to be said. Bang! SMRS goes down, not able to land the shot. Don't know what's even going on at this point. Bros went over to Blackout map. He thinks he's Superman, eh? R.I.P. Hackman. GG's for the retirement. I believe he is watch partying us currently, so shout out to him. But that bro really did think he was Superman. Don't know what you were doing right there, Tommy. Holy. Lotex now coming in with the 3rd party from behind. This is going to be an interesting fight. It looks like one of these teams are going to get eliminated here entirely. See you later, Extreme 46. Esports are not winning this tournament. They're going to be finishing with 100 total points, and they can no longer take the win as Lotex has died from the side here.
Airdrop has been delivered.
They're losing one of their best players from Team Zenith. Might be getting 3rd party here as well. Snowboards are being used. Necro needs to get out of here. Oh, he's been hit by a Tempest. That's going to be terrible. Oh, Please stay alive. Please stay alive, Necro, please. Ooh, bro, he stays alive for a little bit longer. Lovely jubbly there from Necro, Slayer, and Fund. All alive. Slayer, or Lotex is going to come back through the revive flight as well, but TSG now in definitely a primed position to win this tournament. 9 kills on the board here. They're definitely still in the lead. They have the most kills of anyone up at the tippity top, and this could be a back-to-back performance from your Filipinos from TSG. They've spotted a couple of players outside of the zone. Ooh, dear Nagdy's giving away some points. While this is happening, Super Jeff's dying from behind. That looks like it's from M7 too. They need to get him back into the action before the last revive flight comes in. Can they spot him? I don't think they see him. Neurosis landing on him. King Raph. Shirley goes down right here. There we go. Love to see it. Valor's also going to die from G, but a player lands in. Surely he turns on him right here. Gets the player. Nope, not going to happen. There's another person down below, and it's going to be Matador, the best player on the M7 roster. Still alive for now. This is a tough fight for them to beat. Lag is back alive as well. Neurosa gets full kill. G and Tom. This is going to decide the fate of their tournament. If they want to win it, they're going to need to win it right here. Using the rewind to get back one of their teammates. They need to stay alive. Do not take that fight. Please, for the love of God, stay alive for as long as possible. Tempest goes down. It's a bad spot for him to be in. He's probably going to get knocked here. Ooh! Excellent movement. Surely that's it. Oh my God, God, you're the GOAT. Holy. Turns on Matador. Third party helps him out there with the Tempest across the map. And G finishes him off with the AK-117. Now with Tom and Super Jeff back in the action, they could definitely still win this game. Let's go down on to TSG, as they were the people that came in third party and actually helped Gus stay alive. They've got 11 kills so far in this competition for game number 7. The final game, they're currently in the lead with 105 points. Go over and see how many kills Team 4K main has. 10 total eliminations. So they're not too far behind. I'd say they're about 12 points behind here. They need to win this game if they want to win the tournament. Same with TSG. TSG in a really solid position. How is Holy Father becoming so good at COD, bro? How has he got so many kills this tournament? Every time I watch him, he's doing so well. He's always doing so well, comparatively speaking to 2024 and 2025 when he wasn't as good. But, I mean, my God. 6 kills this game as well. Looks like they're targeting a different team here. Luis Fleury and K9ZZZ. This should be easy kills, to be honest. Yeah, they should be able to take this down. Surely you realize there's only a couple of players there. Get a couple of easy kills. Uh-oh. Never mind. JJ Jams comes in. GG Jams comes in with the Jackal, takes him down. That is an insane medic strat, chat. Remy might have just came up with the new medic strategy. Damn. Anyway, going on to a team that might actually win it all. Team 4 came in. Still at him. Got all 4 players alive. TSG, are they in a fight yet? No, they are not. They're trying to stay alive for as long as possible. 1 SMRS is all it takes. 2-3 years in Dagestan is also all it takes, chat, for these guys to get cooked. It is another roster up for contention of winning this, but I don't think they have enough kills to do it. Let's hop on board and see what they're at. Yeah, only 1 kill on the board here for the team that they're going against. They're currently 6th on the leaderboard. No, they're 5th on the leaderboard. I don't think they have enough kills to win it, but I tell you who does have enough kills to win it. TSG. Now they're getting targeted by Tempest. Rami making his way in through with the helicopter. This is going to be a close one, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, going into this game, the top 7 teams were all about 26 points, 25 points from each other. That's something we've never seen before. The only team fully eliminated so far is Extreme 46 Fury Esports. They got out of here. Now, with a knock on to Fury, this could be amazing for TSG to secure their victory. They just need to make sure that they don't get third party from behind, because if that third party comes in, they are screwed. And it looks like that's exactly what's happening here, as loading from top 25 has been spotted. Shots go down. Oh, he's getting third party here. Tempest gets used. Rewind comes back in handy just in time, luckily for Stiller. Staying alive for a little bit longer. It looks like they're going to opt to play for a little bit more of a positioning role instead of going for the kills. And it looks like 4K main have already thought of that, and they're in heightened positions right at the tippity top of that crane. Let's hop on board with them. 12 total kills. They're in similar kill counts right now, but keep in mind, 4 Kings main are about 11 points behind going into this game. Now they're 10 points behind, so they need a little bit more. They need to win this game. They need to take TSG out a couple of spots before them in points. Rami still alive as well for 4K Overload. Surprisingly, Holy Father and the entire team is alive. As we hop on board with TSG, They might start struggling if everyone jumps inside of their house. It's definitely these two up for grabs in terms to win it. Of course, Zenith is around here as well, but they only have 6 total kills, so they're going to be struggling on the leaderboards. It will be taken over, I would say, by 4Kings Main, and then it's them against TSG for the finals. This has been the closest tournament we've had this year, and basically, since we started these Battle Royale tournaments almost 2 years ago. Oh, Fury 4th. He's been spotted by Necro. Shots go down, not able to crack him just yet. There we go, Crack comes in, now he's one shot. Might die outside his zone here. There he is, dies outside his zone. Surely you go for him. Yeah, nicely done. Slayer gets the nade over onto him. Doesn't know if there's another guy there, I don't think. Oh, they could push into this. Low-Tex deciding that he wants to do it. Doesn't see him. Oh, gets knocked by Holy Father. Kills come in, and that's going to be all she wrote for the team of Fury. See you later, Alligator. They are out and could no longer win this tournament. They'll probably finish in a top 5 position. As for now, though, Zenith Eternity are coming back with a lot of kills. They still have a chance to win it, especially if they can knock and kill any of the players from 4Kings, Main, or TSG. TSG now up to 13 kills, though. They're still in the lead, and they have the most kills of any team left alive. Somebody needs to target them if anyone else wants to stand a chance of winning this tournament. The zone's collapsing in. It's about to get into the final zone here, ladies and gentlemen. This is ridiculous. Here it comes. Rami's going to die to one of them, surely. Actually stays alive, so doesn't give the kill over to TSG. The Latam teams are fighting each other, which is unfortunate because Latam Prime is going to die outside of the money, possibly. Super Jeff able to take down Akaza. Let's hop on board to him, see what he's able to do here. Tom's taking down one. That's him up to 14 kills. This is really going to come down to where everyone places. The kills are so close. Oh my god, guy. What SMRS across the map over onto the other crane. Unfortunately, Super Jeff did get flashed there, but he's still alive. Another kill comes through. Surely they get that confirmed. Lovely jubbly. Remy on top. Can they get him? No, they can't. They're getting third party from behind. Oh, this is not looking good for 4Kings. The third party comes through, and they are getting eradicated. Super Jeff and Narosa get killed completely. 16 kills on the board. TSG still alive for now. They've got 4 players up and at him. We can also go over and look at Zenith Eternity. They still have players left, but they need to take down TSG right now. Somebody needs to eliminate this team if they want to stand a chance of winning, and it may be the Latin Prime team coming around from outside. They're the team to do it. 4 players still up. It's going to take a bunch of nades if they want to try and have at it. Patata's going to go down to Secret. That's not good for everyone else in this tournament. If TSG finish in the top 3 with this amount of kills, it's going to be very hard for another team to take the top spot. 14 kills in the board. Oh, Slayer's team are thinking about it. They are thinking about it right here. They know they need to do it. They absolutely need to take down this team, and unfortunately, Low-Tex is going to die from the side here. 4Kings Main still have a player alive as Tom is taking damage onto Slayer. Oh, TSG are going to rush into them. This is the biggest fight. Oh my god! Slayer's killing everyone! Slayer's killing everyone from TSG outside the zone! The entire team's about to die! Oh my god! The collapse of TSG on the main stage. Zenith Eternity can actually do this. Holy Father's still alive. There's no way this is the game the Holy Father wins. Oh my god. There's no way this is the game. The first ever victory from Holy Father and 4K Overload happens like that. I don't even know who won the tournament. Slayer essentially 1v4 TSG outside of zone, and it lets Holy Father and 4K Overload win their first ever game inside of a Battle Royale 10K tournament in the Battle Royale League. 9 kills! Oh my god. This might be the best we've ever seen Holy Father play in any one of our tournaments. He got like 11 kills one game, 6 kills in another, and 9 kills in another, chat. Oh my gosh. If they were more consistent, dare I say they could have finished top 3, maybe even 1. But unfortunately, they died at the start of 2 games. They died at the start of 2 games. Can you imagine how well they would have played if they didn't die at the start of those 2 games? Alright, chat, I don't know if they did it. I think TSG may have won, and if they did, chat, that's gonna be so insane. Because if TSG died to Slayer there, right? It basically what looked like a 1v4. And Slayer's team stayed alive, and they killed Holy Father's team, I think they would have won. But I don't think they won based off this. And 4Kings Main died before TSG as well. They did get more kills than them. They did get more kills than them, chat. This leaderboard is going to be the closest one we've ever had, chat. There's never been a leaderboard as close as this in any of our tournaments, ever. ever, chat. We had 7 teams 25 points away from each other in the final game. In the final game. You guys can guess in the comments, in the chat, who you think won. Was it TSG? Was it 4 Kings? Was it Zenith? It definitely wasn't 4K Overload, but my God, what a game. What a game, chat, from them. I wasn't even focused on them because we were looking at the top teams. God, that was my favorite Game 7 of all time, chat. Even Latam Prime performed really well in there. We can see 4K Dark Systems down, further down the leaderboard. Unfortunately, the Middle Eastern team died quite early on that game, so they really couldn't give it a shot at all. M7 dying early as well. And then, of course, an absolute collapse of Extreme 46 Fury Esports. They died way too early. They were so close to making a massive comeback underdog story. And unfortunately, they weren't able to do it. But as you can see, the bottom of the leaderboard right here, OG arguably with their worst performance ever, unfortunately. But as we get the tallied scoreboard up, I'm waiting for it right now, chat. I'm going to say that TSG has taken this, chat. Not going to lie, but I don't want to, you know what? I don't even want to spoil it. I don't want to check. I want to see the graphic before I know who wins, chat. I want to see who wins from the graphic. I'm assuming it's TSG, but I could be wrong. I absolutely, definitely, without a doubt, could be wrong. But if you're watching through a watch party or any of the players, make sure to follow them or subscribe to them, whether they're streaming on TikTok or YouTube, because I'm sure they would really, really appreciate it, chat. They'd be very, very happy if you followed or subscribed to them. And if you want to gift to any of the creators participating or any of the watch parties, I'm sure they would be extremely excited about that as well. So make sure to do it. Either way, the scores are being tallied up, chat, and my God, this is going to be close. After Game 6, keep in mind, for the MVP votes, Slayer was MVP, Layla's 2, Fund is 3, Senior J is 4th, Super Jeff is 5th, Pavas is 6th, Low Tex is 7th, Necro is 8th, combined with Secra, and 10th is Tom Pips for the MVP votes. So it really comes down to this final game of who gets the MVP. I think Slayer might get it, and Holy Father would go up the rankings significantly, but it's either 4K, in my opinion, or TSG, and I think TSG got it in the bag. Actually, it's either Zenith or TSG. So it's either Europe or Philippines, chat, has won this. Europe or Philippines. Absolutely. Make sure to follow everyone involved, chat. You know the vibes, and so do I. Follow me, too, while you're at it, if you're following everyone else. Mad Dan's typing to me, hopefully with the results. I'm getting excited to see this graphics, chat. Oh, my gosh. I just know how much close. Oh, I just know how close it was, bro. That was such a great tournament, chat. It was close from start to finish. And there was teams going around everywhere. You know, there was teams that you would never expect to see so high up the leaderboard at the end and at the final situation of those tournaments. But here we are. Chat, are you ready? I'm going to reveal it to YouTube first on the main broadcast, my scrum diddlies. And don't you worry, TikTok, I'm going to put it up on your screen right now, but my God, was it a close one, chat? Oh my God. There was 4 points in it, chat. There's no way. It was a 4-point difference, bro. Oh my God. TSG are your back-to-back champs, ladies and gentlemen. 125 points. With Zenith Eternity, if they had literally placed 1 place higher, they could have won it all. With Slayer dominating them at the end of that game, you would have thought they maybe had it in the bag. I was feeling it in my heart. But of course, Holy Father and Tokyo managed to win their first game ever to defend the Philippines and allow them to remain victorious inside of 2026. So, in the season, the first inaugural season of the official Battle Royale League, Philippines has won 4 out of the 4 tournaments. And this one has definitely been the closest by far, chat. I absolutely cannot believe that. What a game. What a game. I wish that Holy Father's team had won a different game, because I was so focused on the actual tournament that I didn't get to glaze them. I know, like I didn't even get to glaze them, chat. Ridiculous. Ridiculous, Chattington. But what a day of tournaments that was, chat. 125 first, 121 second, 115 third, 100 for fourth, and then it drops down from there. So close going into that last game. 7 teams within 25 total points, chat. Unbelievable. If I had to guess who the MVP was, it's probably going to be Layla. It's going to be either Layla or Slayer, chat. That's what I'm thinking. Layla or Slayer will probably be the MVP based off that situation. But you guys know we put the MVP scoring on our TikTok story, usually within like 5 to 10 minutes after the stream. Sometimes it's 10 minutes, unfortunately. But, you know, you'll see it after the stream if you want to check out on TikTok. Also, I'm going to put a vote. Actually, well, we can't do it now, but we'll put the vote up tomorrow, chat. So keep an eye out for this on whether or not you think we should ban the Medic Carrier crate. Or Medic Carrier, yeah, the Medic Carrier. Yeah, Medic Carrier kit, yeah. If you want to see that banned, you can vote on that on YouTube. We'll put the post up on my official YouTube page, iFerg. It's the one with like 4 million subs. You can go and vote for it there. But yeah, we'll put the MVPs over on TikTok very, very shortly. But that's going to do it for me, chat. Congratulations for TSG for going back to back, just like 4 Kings main did. I guess the question is, who's going to win the next one? Because they're tied in current championships with each other. And also, all of their teammates are tied in like MVP voting in totality, which we have been tracking, which we'll also put up on the TikTok story later today as well, chat. But what a phenomenal tournament. That's going to do it for me, chat. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next stream. Make sure to go and say much love to everyone involved, whether it's the watch parties or the creators. Congratulate TSG for doing so well, chat. Congratulate them as much as possible. But yeah, that'll do it for me. Make sure to live your life with purpose. Do something that will help you mentally, physically, financially with the rest of your day. I think I'm going to go out and get some food because it's sunset, chat. Anyone who's celebrating Ramadan, happy Ramadan, Ramadan Mubarak. And chat, have a great rest of your weekend. I'll probably see you on Monday, chat. Remember to check out the TikTok story for the MVPs and the social post tomorrow for whether or not we should ban the Medic Carrier. Because I'm not sure yet, chat. Either way, have a great rest of your day, Chattington. Bye, Pookie Barringtons. What a